Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I know it's just completely outside of the normal schedule and whatnot, but me and Centroid have been having such a good time lately. We thought, well, why not invite you guys in while we have a good natter, basically. So, welcome to the stream. Currently one watching, but that's all good. Hugo Aerodrone, thank you for popping in, mate. I'm not sure how many will be in tonight, and I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. It's now Wing It Thursday. We've just rolled over from yesterday, and by now, anybody who's watching the stream now or watching it back later, I'm sure you already know of Centroid, and if you don't, I'm going to let him give his spiel right now and say hello, so take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marc, actually, also known as Centroid from Centroid Aerial Images. I can't even say my own name tonight. Here, let me have another sip.
There we go.
There we go. Much better. Yeah, actually, I'm usually on Sunday nights with Steve's conspiracy stream. So I'm sans foil hat tonight, thank God. But it's good to be here, and hopefully you folks enjoy it.
Yes.
We've been having a lot of fun chatting.
Yes, indeed. And it was actually after the stream last night, wasn't it? I was chatting to you for a good many hours, and it was like, yep. Dude, I want to just do a stream tomorrow if you're up for it. And he was like, yeah, okay, I'm game. Yeah. Next thing you know, we're live streaming on a Thursday night, completely outside of schedule, So like I say, I didn't know how many people were going to pop in. I'm just sort of like dipping my toe in the water, just basically seeing if I randomly start streaming, who's going to show up, basically, like a random night. Yeah, go on, mate.
So, Steve, are you starting to refer to the viewers as guinea pigs then? Are you experimenting on them?
Never. I would never do that.
Well, no. I would.
Yeah, no, you're not guinea pigs. It's essentially I'm testing the water for a Thursday night because next week I was going to do an OBS workshop stream on a Tuesday. I've redecided because it's my missus's birthday on Tuesday. I sort of forgot, and so I'm going to do it on a Thursday instead. So yeah, I hope you come join me next Thursday for the OBS workshop. So I was just seeing what people's availability was like for a Thursday night, essentially. I'm sure everybody's busy, as always. And, I'm sure, because I've not scheduled it and it's outside of my usual, organisation and whatnot, that I didn't know how many people was going to be here. So, it was just like, said to Marc, I went, as soon as you get back from work, mate, just give us a Skype call and I'll rig it up and literally just see how it goes, basically. So here we are. So how's your day been then, Marc?
Long, but good. It's not too bad. It's as far as I'm concerned, it's Friday for me. So tomorrow I got one more day, and Fridays are nothing. It's the end of the week, and it's a breeze. So I'm looking forward to the weekend. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I still like what I do.
Nice. Now, even with all these electric boxes and everything, and my video preview window that I've got on the go, CPU is holding nice at 30%,
nice.
Which is very, very nice because most of it is getting pushed through my graphics card, which is a monster. And thank goodness that I was helping you out that night, and we actually discovered that was actually a thing. It was like, it's like graphics cards are made to render images in real time, so why wouldn't it work in OBS?
Thus the gaming concept, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Something tells me you're going to be putting that on your OBS workshop streams, huh?
What's that? How to enable hardware encoding?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yes, indeed, yo. Yes. Now, I see you just chilling out there with a nice, cool beer, like. What are you on tonight?
It's apple juice. Actually, I'm trying to drink stuff that my wife bought me. I'm not big on fancy beers. I'm a bit of a purist. I like just hops, water, grain, and yeast. This one is a coffee pale ale, and I'm just getting rid of it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
have to dump it, but I'm drinking. It's not bad. It's
Why
better than
don't
other brands of beer, but
Why don't you do a shandy and mix it with a bit of lemonade? You could walk around and go ooh.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, that's
you
not my
could.
style.
You'll
I'm not into fruity beers either. So
you'll be doing a live stream mincing about in no time. You know.
oh, I'm boring when it comes to beer. Like I said, I used to brew my own beer. I used to keg it. I used to do my own kegging and whatnot. All grain, no kits and whatnot. I love doing it, but I kept it pretty pure. But
Mm.
I can't do the fruity stuff. I don't know why. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to give a special mention to Hugo Aerodrone 4K because
Yeah.
he has hit his 1.7K today.
Sweet.
So essentially, I'm going to big round of applause for him because if I was at 1.7K, I'd be wanting everybody to kiss me bum as well. Yeah. Hello, Just Watch. How's it going, buddy? Just seeing you in the chat there. I'm going to check your channel out. Just having a quick look in there.
How'd it go?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, hello, Just Watch. First time I've seen you about. You've just got a new sub from me. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Yes,
I think I have Just Watch. I've seen that name before.
Yeah,
I'm checking.
yeah.
If not, I got him.
Yes.
Or her. Don't know yet.
Yeah, man. Well,
No, I got Just Watch. All set.
Well, thanks for coming in, mate. This stream will probably be a fairly quiet one. Usually average about anywhere from 20 to 30 people in, but that's when I schedule my streams in. Usual times Wednesday nights for Wing It Wednesday, and Sunday we do Conspiracy Theory Tinfoil Hat Sunday, where we put on our exquisite tinfoil hats and talk about conspiracy theories, essentially. Yeah, that's good, mate. Just watch behind the scenes. I'm checking your channel out, mate. It looks really cool, and like you say, you do have a lot of stuff on the go. So I'm just having a quick look through there. You seem like a cool geezer. Just having a look. Joined January 24, 2016. Blummin' heck, mate. So you've been on the go a while with this channel. Now, if you get into our sort of drone circles and whatnot, then you're in for a good time because there's a whole world of support in the Centroid in our sort of circles.
Oh, yes. Natural, and I would say organic support. People are pretty sincere about it. So we support other genres too, outdoors, paranormal. Just posted tonight. They're going live with Conversations with Convicts.
Yeah, I just seen
Interesting.
That.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm game for that. So if you could
what time you on?
Yeah. Please put it in the chat. Either just let us know if it's UK time or Eastern time, because obviously Centroid's in the US and I'm in the UK, so he's on Eastern time and I'm on UK 0 hours Greenwich Mean Time. You know, the centre of all the time zones. You know, it's all based around England. You see.
I actually have I'm actually proud of myself. I actually have notifications set on him. Usually I forget to do that, but I hope if I get it, hopefully I'll go. But lately YouTube has been bad about pushing those out.
Yes.
I'm guest of honor in the house.
Yeah.
You see who popped in?
Hello there. It's the Eagle. I can't help myself, Eagle. I have to get that out of my system whenever I see you, mate. Great to see you, Eagle. Thanks for popping in, mate. And essentially, this is Wing It Thursday now. So I'm just testing the water. You know, got Marc. He was game for an easy stream tonight. Just kicking back. You know, channel support's always recommended and endorsed. Very much so. It's a way to meet people. And basically, we're just kicking back tonight, aren't we, mate? Just chilling out. It's like not really taking it too serious. It's just a nice, chilled out Thursday night for us, you know. Yeah, man. So that's cool.
He's suggested, and I was very, very honored that he asked that we do a stream together. So I just put in there to see if he's on for Saturday.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that. If we can work out a time where it's good for him. Okay, so he's good for Saturday. I just have to Eagle. I'll just have to make sure that there's nothing going on. I'll probably find out tonight or tomorrow exactly what time, my time, which is what that would be 5 hours later for you.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so if we want to do like an early evening, early afternoon, I'm cool with that. So I'll just make sure what time slots I have for Saturday, and I'll just get back to you.
Watch out, because the Eagle goes to bed about 7:30 p.m. UK time. So.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I need to know. So I will.
Sorry, Eagle. I'm stitching you up here, aren't I, mate?
Don't worry, Eagle. He's not allowed on the stream when you're on with me. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not even allowed in the chat, apparently. Yeah.
No, actually, if you join Steve, you're going to be moderator.
Yeah.
You're going to be sitting there ready to boot these trolls that have been skulking about lately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all good. So, thanks, Eagle, for coming in. Also, thanks to Just Watch for coming in. Like I say, completely outside of my usual schedule and whatnot, should I say. Eagle VP says, lol, 11:30 p.m. he goes to bed. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought that's when he wanted me to start. Thank you for clearing that up, Steve.
Yeah, that's all good. Hello, Joyce McGuire. I hope you're well. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. Much appreciated. We're just kicking back tonight. Essentially, me and Centroid have took to Skyping quite a lot lately, and I was like, oh, well, do you fancy just basically a Skype conversation that I live stream tomorrow night? Just nice chilled out one, and then sort of get involved with a chat, and he was well up for it. Centroid, you're a real star, mate, and you're always sort of game for a laugh, which is awesome. Just Watch says, I have to go to grocery shopping. I'd like to stay longer. I'll catch the next one. Hopefully you all have a great day. Well, thank you for popping in, mate. And the next stream I'm doing, which is going to be a great one, is going to be Tinfoil Hat Sunday, 10 p.m. UK time on a Sunday night. And we're talking all about Shane Dawson conspiracy theories on that day. So, please pop in for that. If not, I stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. UK as well. So you're always welcome in here, mate. You seem like a decent dude, and like you say, new supporter from me. So can't say it any fairer than that. Yeah, that's all good. I'm kind of happy I don't generally stream on a Thursday night. Everyone seems really busy, don't they? Yeah, is Ken Heron on or something?
Yeah. He's on later.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
He's on later when I start streaming.
Yeah.
And you think I'm kidding?
Yeah. Yeah, you're literally sat there on the start streaming button and hit, well, it's gone live, quick, start streaming.
Like I'm going to compete with him.
This is the cake. This is the cake right here, and Centroid's like, I want this slice here. I'm just going to take that little slice for myself.
Dude, I would take a sprinkle off the frosting at this point. That's all it takes. This man's got like 73K subs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Good for him. But, man, he's got a lot of subs.
Yeah, man. Just going to grab a couple of crumbs. You know what I mean? Hello, Hellspawn FPV. I nearly said Hellspawn FPV, which would have been correct and incorrect at the same time. Nice to see you in here, buddy.
I kind of think that's what he's going for.
Yeah, I think so. Read it quick, it's Hellspawn, and read it slow, it's Hellspawn. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I was sure I was already subbed to you, mate. It turns out I'm not. This is why it's good that I check. You're now up to 96 subs, according to my book. So, yeah, man, you're not far off.
I got him in Roger's stream earlier. This week, either yesterday, the day before.
Well, Hellspawn, if you go and find one more sub, I'll go and sub to you on my other 3 channels. How does that sound? Can't say it any fairer than that, can I? Yeah, man. And then you'll hit your 100, mate. I'm just gonna check out your stats, mate, while we're here, because I'm keen to know, and a good idea of sort of how quick people are growing is to look at how long they've been on the go. August 10th, 2018, mate. So you're not doing bad. Yeah, man. So great, great channel, and thank you for coming in, mate. We're just kicking back tonight. We're just chatting. I was going to say the S word for a split second there, but I try not to swear on my streams, and I think I've done about 10 streams now where I've literally not said a swear word. Unlike Roger from Canadian Drone Hubby, lets the odd one slip out. Oh no, I'm taking that back. You know what I mean? I don't want any bad blood. Urban Lad Yorkshire, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for popping in. I think Thursday night is like quiet night, innit, for YouTube.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's all right. We're just kicking back tonight. There's not a lot of pressure on. That's it. I usually stream Wednesday nights and Sunday nights, as you all know. And I just thought, dip my toe in. That's it. Bring Centroid in for the car crash live stream. And, you know what I mean? Drag his channel down with mine, basically.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you really had to drag me in kicking and screaming, too.
Yeah, I know. I know, yeah. I was threatening to Photoshop loads of strange images of him. Yeah.
I mean, I'm embarrassed to say when you said, would you like to live stream tomorrow? I don't think you got the words out. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm in.
Yeah. Like, what strange animals can I Photoshop Centroid with? You know? Yeah, beware of that Centroid. He's up to mischief.
Truth be told, though, I mean, that's one thing I appreciate about YouTube and doing this kind of stuff. After what I do, it's a good release, and it's relaxing, and it's fun, and it does get my mind off of things. So that's why I love doing it. It's better than just sitting on my butt watching TV, I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Hello, Drone About Northwest. How's it going, buddy?
It's here.
Yeah.
What's up, Wes?
How's it going, bud?
Russ. Sorry, Russ.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, mate. Just let me know in the chat if you want to pop on the stream, mate, and I'll scooch over and find a bit of space for you. No problems if not. I understand people are busy and whatnot, and I've just sort of imposed this live stream upon everybody, you know, on a random Thursday night. First Thursday I've ever streamed on, so I'm not really surprised that there's not too many viewers in, but everybody who's in, thank you very much. It's just me and Mark just chatting and having a laugh, basically, and just hoping that other people will join in and come and have a giggle with us, basically. So go on then, Mark. What's the funniest joke you've ever heard? What's your best?
Oh, I'm not a joke teller.
Right on the spot there.
You on the spot? I'll tell you what. I'll give you a math joke.
Go on then.
Okay, now I tell this joke to my students because they're always asking for math jokes. I said, you don't want my jokes, you can't handle them. And they're like, come on. I said, listen, I'm going to tell you a joke, and if I tell you this joke, I promise you're never going to want to hear a joke again. This is my surefire way to get off the hook, because I'm not a joke teller.
Okay.
And it's okay, I guess. So don't expect too much.
Sorry,
I don't
mate.
need to wind you up on it. What?
That's all right. I just need to cut in for a second.
What's up?
Finders Beepers History Seekers has written in the chat. I was supposed to be going for a bath and a poo, not at the same time. But then I saw this stream and I've sucked it back in.
That's funny. It's funny you should mention that, because that relates to my joke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what does the mathematician do when he's constipated?
Go on.
Same thing he always does with a problem. He works it out with a pencil. And you know what? They say, you're right. I don't want to hear another joke. I'm off the hook.
Oh, blooming heck. Yeah.
So you asked for it.
Yeah. The funniest one I know is essentially, I know, Drone About Northwest has gone, oh God. Yeah, he says he says give him 5 minutes. I believe that previously I have been in a Skype call for a previous stream where he joined in on the tinfoil hat.
Yes.
I am.
So you should be Skype.
Yeah, please, as soon as you're ready, drone in, Russ, should I say? Sorry. Please, essentially put your email address or Skype name in the chat, and I'll add you into the Skype, okay? And then you'll be on the stream with us. FSV, how's it going, buddy? Urban Lad Yorkshire. Thanks for coming in, Finders Beepers. We've got Night Shame in the house, you know,
nice.
Special guest. Thank you very much, mate, for coming in. Much appreciated. Yeah, essentially the aim of the game tonight is just a lazy Thursday night stream. You know, just sort of improvised, completely out of schedule and whatnot. thank you for popping in, Night Shame. You know, I'm always honoured when you show up, because I know you're a busy man. You know what I mean? So I know everyone's busy. You know, that's cool. Yeah, Night Shame says, why does it say there's only one viewer? I know for a fact there's a lot more. Yeah, it's saying to me that there's 2 watching, but I think there's probably about 5 or 6 or something. Yeah, it's saying the same across the board essentially.
Obviously, YouTube's glitching because he confirms what I said. YouTube's having a problem pushing out notifications. He didn't get a notification.
Yeah. So I'm sort of sat here like thinking there's one person watching when really there's more. We're not getting an accurate readout, so I don't know how many people are in here. So essentially, this stream, everybody who's in here is great channels. I can vouch for everybody. So you know, please check out other people's channels while we're just dossing around and just chatting. I nearly said the S word again. Chatting rubbish. You know. Go on. Let's have a quick roll call. Let's have everyone put a 1 in the chat. Let's see where you are, because currently it's saying to me that there's 0 people watching. When I know for a fact.
Yeah, it says 0 here.
Yeah, so I know for a fact that that's definitely wrong, and I can't imagine that it's anything wrong on my end. The stream is reporting absolutely fine, green health and everything, so that's cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, hello, Rev Gaming. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. Yeah, there we go. Look, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's got to be at least eight people in here. There's got to be. Yeah, but thanks for coming in. It now says Night Shame says I see -10 watching. yeah, it's actually taking watch minutes from me for this. You know. Yeah, thank you everybody for the roll call. That's much appreciated. We've obviously got some sort of YouTube glitch at the minute. I did find it quite suspicious, you know what I mean, that I was like having 0 and 1 people watching, but the chat's still scrolling. So yeah, it's reporting 1 person watching, but essentially I think there's about 10 people in here. So, you know, thank you for the roll call. Okay.
This is refreshing. Yeah, this is refreshing, Steve, because there's some channels here that I'm not familiar with. I just subbed to, I just supported Revd Gaming, and I didn't realize I didn't have Finders, Beepers, History Seekers. So I got you all. This is cool, and they're really neat channels too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I met Revd Gaming the last night, I believe. Yeah, that's all good. While we was doing the, while I was doing the solo stream last night.
Yes.
Which went very well. I was actually really surprised how many people was in, how many people stuck around, and it just goes to show that I have some real motor mouth talent. I just literally cannot shut up sometimes. So it's good.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good that I can channel that into anybody who wants to listen, basically. Hello, PD Tech. Please be reassured there isn't 1 person watching. There's -10. Okay. yeah.
And if you didn't know, Steve, you're actually going down in watch time right now.
Yeah. Finders Beepers said, did you meet Rev Gaming down an alley or a gay bar? I don't know if you know Rev Gaming, mate. Little bit near the knuckle, that one. I'll let it stand. It is a little bit funny, but it's all good. I hope Rev Gaming's not offended in any way, but yeah. Drone About Northwest says, send an invite to Russ. Okay, mate, just give me 1 second, please. Rev Gaming says he does. I think he's doing what we do, Centroid, where we're on a Skype call and we show up to people's streams who we know and have little fake bitchy arguments with each other. Yeah.
Poor Butown last night. I don't know if they knew what was going on last night. But they were good sports. They were good sports.
Yeah. Hello, Jewish redneck preppers. I hope you're doing well. There is -10 people watching. Please be warned. You know, yeah. I'm only having a laugh, but YouTube's not actually recording the actual amount of people in at the minute. So I don't quite know what's going on, but I'm happy to stay streaming, even though essentially I've got like, it may as well be like a question mark where my number is. You know what I mean? Because it's really not reporting who's really in. That's cool. Lever Guns 50. I hope you're well, mate. I think we must be on about -5 by now, at very least. Anyway, that's cool. Yeah, Finders Beepers last night. You know, I met him last night, and is very nice, very good dude. And so's Rev Gaming. So they are new in the chat.
Nice.
Relatively new. New people who've been brought into this great community that we're slowly building up. So yeah, I can personally vouch that they're good dudes. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's it. Rev Gaming says, Finders Beepers, you, Paul, Hollywood, look alike. Oh, you are Paul Hollywood look alike, I swear to God. Yeah, okay. I don't get the joke, mate, unfortunately. That's cool. So, do you want to keep people entertained for a minute, Centroid? Because I'm going to be messing about with OBS in the background trying to feed Russ in here, so...
As long as you don't make me tell jokes, because you know I'm bad at that.
Hey, I've got a joke for you. You know,
what?
It's a quickie. You
Okay.
know, 2 cannibals eating a clown. One turns to the other, says, "Does this taste funny?" That one always gets me.
Okay. So everybody in chat, now that he's done with that.
Yeah, moving on swiftly. Yeah.
So as he's doing that, just curious, how you folks been finding, if you've been doing live streams, have you been or going into them? You've been seeing these trolls around lately? Because I tell you, I've been in some streams lately where people are just been brutal. And I actually was on a stream where I kicked out. I've never reported anybody. I've only been on YouTube for about 3-4 months now, and literally within 5 minutes, I reported 4 different channels for the abuse that they were putting this poor person through. So. Anybody with a blue wrench, I hope you don't mind, Steve. Anybody with a blue wrench, and I'm watching carefully because I got to work on it too. If you start to see that kind of behavior, we need to take care of that right away because it's all about having fun, and we don't need these people who have nothing better to do than to come in and just harass and act inappropriately. So if anybody sees any of the behavior, please by all means, if you got a blue wrench,
you have express permission from me to literally whack the living daylights out of any troll you see. I won't get mad, even if it's potentially a wrong call. I'd rather have somebody who's potentially a troll to go than an actual troll be let loose, you know. As mad as that sounds, because I've seen some pretty horrible stuff going on lately. Let loose. Yeah, there we go. We do have Russ here with us now. Yeah. It's just something's going on. I'm trying to resize the windows and whatnot. That's cool. Studio mode. Yeah, we do have Russ in now. Yep. So, yeah, that's all good. Russ? Hello, buddy. How's it going? Hello, mate. I saw him
for half a second.
Yeah, I can see him now. I can see him.
I'll shut this window down.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah.
I see him on my screen.
Yes. Okay. Hello, Ross, can you hear us, mate? I'm going to give him a quick wave. I don't think he can currently hear us, but that's all good. Yeah. I'm just, I am working through this at the moment, just to get him into the right spot on the stream. There we go. I'll fit him in right about there. So we'll go for the transition, and let's see how good this goes. Oh. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this OBS stuff, you know. Obviously, I wasn't expecting somebody else to join us on the panel. So it was a little bit of, just a quick put together for this. But that's all good, you know. There we go. I think we're getting feedback. Hello, mate.
Hey, what's up?
Hello, dude. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Just trying to get my headphones. I had them all the way up for a second. I couldn't get them down, but
yeah, that's all good, mate. I'm just trying to get you a name tag sorted in the background, and there we go. Look at this, going for another transition. Ah, there we go, sorted, just like that. You know, that's how we do it now. You know what I mean? OBS, I'm getting there with it, and them transitions are smooth. Yeah, it's good to see you, mate. Obviously, you can't see me on Skype because it hammers my upload bandwidth while trying to stream. So, yeah, if you're looking at the stream, mate, and it says one person watching, there isn't. There's about 10 or more people watching. So, but YouTube's glitching at the minute, apparently. So, don't truly know how many people are in. In about 10 minutes, I might ask for another quick roll call where everyone types a 1 in the chat just so we can see who's in. And it gives me an idea of how many people are watching, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I seriously think it's off by a factor of 10. So when it's showing 2, that's when it finally rolls over into 20.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Maybe.
Like I said, if I'm going through this stream with one person watching it, it'd be me slowest stream ever, you know, so, by a wide margin. Yeah, LOPMDB Entertainment, Paul Michael David Bain, you know, I'm remembering it now, mate. Great to see you. And I have been looking up how to play SmackDown for the PS1 online, mate, because I really want to live stream your demise, you know.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that was
Smash.
that was straight in for the kill, wasn't it?
Oh my God. Steve, tell us really, how do you feel? Don't hold back.
Well, you know, that's all good. Yeah, so if anybody hasn't come across Droning About Northwest yet, please check him out. Just put something in the chat, mate, for everybody to say hello to you.
Yep,
and then
just
that's all
did.
good. Yeah, I'm just having a look. Darwin Digital, how's it going, buddy? PD Tech, Gamer One UK, how's it going, buddy? I'll tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of new faces lately, and that is absolutely brilliant. You know, I'm sometimes searching different sort of keywords for streams and stuff to try and sort of find other kinds of streams and meet up with people, and I think that's paying off. I think, you know. So I'm bringing over good people, you know, to the drone community and the paranormal community, you know. Yeah, that's it. Look, PMDB is talking smack. Look, listen to Stone Cold Steve here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's a name from the past I haven't heard.
Yeah.
He was my favorite, though.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't even know if you guys would know the ones I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, you want to hear them?
Go
Ivan Putski,
on.
Bruno Sammartino,
Nope.
Andre the Giant.
Oh, I remember that one.
Oh, yeah, I know Andre.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's legendary name, that.
Oh well, yeah, but that's my age, man. That's my.
I figured Mark was gonna go like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Russell-
That old.
Yeah,
Oh,
Russell-
my God.
Russell
I had to
Crowe
think
from
for a
Gladiator.
Thaddeus.
Mark Anthony.
Yeah, Gamer One UK, great to see you, buddy. I've just checked your channel, and I've subbed to you, mate, because I'm not actually subbed to you. I don't know how that's happened, but I'm now subbed to you, mate. So obviously, whenever you're doing videos or live streaming, whenever I get chance, I'll be over, mate. So, you know what I mean? We're meeting new people here, and sort of everyone's free to mingle, visit other people's channels. It's highly recommended. This is how we grow. This is how we get better, you know. That is my sort of catchphrase at the minute. So, yeah.
Can I put a plug out there for a second, Steve?
Yeah, depends what sort of plug it is, but
Oh, you'll appreciate that. So rough. Easy with the plugs, but Mister.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
actually, what's refreshing is I'm seeing new faces here, and it's great because I've already subbed 3 or 4 people I haven't subbed before. If you're looking for a good support stream, and Steve's going to be with me on this, and so is Russ. If you're looking for a good support stream, go check out Roger at Canadian Drone Hub. Because, you know, I go in there and it's a great community, and I'm looking for people to sub there and show support. And if you want to go there and check it out, he's a great guy, and he's just fun to go and chat with too. So
yes, indeed. And I'm going to post in Roger's link, like literally in 1 second. I'm just getting it right now. So for anybody who hasn't subscribed to the Canadian Drone Hub, I've just posted the link in the chat. If you want sort of support for your channel in a very sort of organic way, where you meet people who are gonna sub to you and watch your stuff, because generally a lot of people in there, if they're not gonna watch your stuff, they won't subscribe, but most people will, and that's the thing, you know. It is a great community, and a lot of what us lot do is sort of an offshoot of what Roger does in a way. Do you know what I mean? With his support is how we've all met each other, you know. So it's his sort of dedication spills over to everybody else, doesn't it? So I'm eternally grateful to him. I'm not going to do the Toy Story alien voice while I do it, you know. But oh, we're eternally grateful, you know.
Yeah.
All hail the Roger. You know what I mean?
The leader has shown us the way. So
beware. But beware.
Steve.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go on, mate.
No, I was
sorry.
going to say,
So,
go to
Steve.
Canadian. There you go.
Yeah, go on.
I'm all over the place. Go ahead. I'm shutting up.
All right. Somehow, for the next conspiracy theory stream, this is going to be tinfoiled onto my head.
Whoa.
It's
Dude,
gonna
that's
take a lot.
insane. That's insane.
But that
mate.
is,
I hope you know how to weld.
yeah, I know.
Aluminum welding.
Yeah, man, that's really cool, mate. That's really cool. In the background, I'm just trying to get you an electric box set up, essentially. So please bear with me on that. I'm just trying to sort that out. For anybody else, yeah, it's all good. I'm just messing about in the background. So you guys just sort of take the reins if you would, because I'm sort of concentrating pretty hard on getting this right. There we go.
Is that your Mavic in the background there, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Actually.
Okay.
It's my Mavic 2.
Is that leg extenders on it, or is that what it actually comes with?
No, I built those. I designed and printed leg extenders, and they're prototypes. I got to get the ABS because the PLA is breaking too easily. But yeah, I'll be posting a video on it. They're pretty cool. I got them to snap on. They come on and off pretty easily. It's just for fun, one of those little projects going.
Nice.
So.
It looks cool. It looks
Right.
really cool.
Here. I got one of them off, but essentially, if you want to look at them, there we go. I don't know if you can see them, but
Oh,
there's
nice.
the legs, high vis orange. The back one's off right now. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. The problem with these Mavics is there's nothing really to connect them to. So I have to build them so they snap on. So, but the problem is the PLA material is too brittle. So I'm waiting on my ABS material that's a little bit more hardy and a little more elastic. So when I get done, it'll be fun. It's a nice little project.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. Yeah, sorry, I can't seem to get this electric box thing working in the background, but I have put your name properly on there, so that's all good.
That's
there we
all
go.
right.
Yeah.
I can be a non-electric member here.
Don't let him kid you, Steve. He made sure that everybody knew he was the only one on the stream without an electric field around the spot.
Yeah.
I may have done that.
I'm tempted to level the playing field and get rid of ours, Mark. You know what I mean? Just to, you know.
What you got to do, mister?
No. Keep it, because it actually it adds pop to the video. It adds, so anybody who sees like when they're scrolling through their live feeds and stuff that they're looking at, that electric field of yours, that'll add some attention grabbing.
Yes. Well, messing about with Centroid and OBS and whatnot, I have sort of stumbled across a way of running OBS through my graphics card, and I've got a monster graphics card, so now I can do a whole lot more with OBS now, because it's my graphics card handling the vast majority of it, and my CPU's not taking it on. So yeah, spot on. That's what I got a good gaming PC for, and it's all transferred really well. Because I mean, I've got a drone now. A lot of people get drones and they haven't got a good PC or editing software to back it up, or they'll really splash out on a computer and then not really know what to do with it or whatnot. I mean, by the time I got my drone, I'd already bought a monster gaming PC, which turns out to be a monster editing PC as well. So it's all worked out extremely well, on top of 28 years of playing computer games. So that sort of hand dexterity is always there, and it's all just sort of like fallen into place for becoming like a member of the drone community, basically, which I'm really pleased with. So how did you get into drones then, Ross?
Really, honestly,
Yeah.
Christmas present from the wife about just over 4 years ago, 5 years, no, 5 years ago. So it was 2013. And she got me this little tiny drone. It's like maybe that big or so, about the size of half the palm of your hand, just as a Christmas gift. And I destroyed that one. Well, I mean, I still have it, but I only kept it because of nostalgia, not because it works. But just from there, I went on to another step further, and then another step further, and then another step further, and lo and behold, after that, that's kind of how we all start. We all get, something or whatever. But yeah, it was just a Christmas gift that my wife got me as like a small side gift, and she wasn't even sure I was gonna like it when I first got it.
Yeah, man. I waded straight in for a Mavic Pro last year. First drone, Mavic Pro. You know what I mean? Straight in there. But I thought I'll be all right. I've got years of experience on Microsoft Flight Sim, so I'll be okay. Completely not the same thing, I found out, but
But you can fly a 737 if the pilot passes out, though,
yeah.
right?
Now every time I've been on holiday, I've been waiting for the opportunity. Both the pilots are down. Can anyone fly this plane? And I'd be like, waving me health and safety brochure. Yes, me. I'll do it. It'll be a rough landing, but I'll do it.
Have you ever watched that one YouTube guy who like does the control tower on Flight Simulator, and he'll like mess around with a bunch of people? I forget what his name is, but
yes,
have you ever seen any of his videos?
Yeah, I've seen it many times, and he directs the air traffic all over the place, doesn't he? And I think he goes into like streams where they're not even into lobbies where they're not even particularly being serious anyway, which adds to the hilarity, doesn't it?
Yes. And he'll sit there and he'll be like, do you have cookies on board? And they'll be like, no. Taxi back to the runway. We need to upload the cookies.
Yeah. Urban Lad says, you guys have some awesome drones. And I have a Spark, but I like it. I tell you what, the Spark, for the price, for the size, is an awesome drone all to itself, mate. I won't put yourself down for having a Spark. There'll be a few people in the chat, mate, who are envious here with a Spark. I know a few people are after one.
Honestly,
look at my comment after him.
I'm catching up. Sorry, yeah.
Think about all these drones that, like, 2-3 years down the road, they're completely blown away by others that are cheaper, better, and all this stuff. And the Spark is still really hanging in there for its price point.
And the images are still real quality. I mean, they are. I mean, even for 1080p or whatever it's doing, it's still a nice job. It's a nice drone.
Yeah, but you get sort of like all right 1080p, and then you get good 1080p, don't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's actually like really, really captured the detail. So like some drones, they'll say 1080p, but it'd be like 720 scaled up or something. So you're only getting 720 whichever way you look at it. You know what I mean? But with the camera on the Spark, it is true like full 1080p. Like for example, Craggs, he got the Osmo Pocket, and essentially he was recording everything in 4K, but it was splitting the files to 4 gig file sizes because it's FAT32 memory stick format, like same as the drones and whatnot. It splits for the 4 gig file sizes, and he asked me to render them down to 1080p, and I mean I put the full beams behind it all in Sony Vegas, and I could barely tell the difference in 1080p. It still looked like super crisp, and I've got a big 4K screen, so you'd really see the difference. And I did a real good job on that coding, and that's what I mean. You can get really good 1080p, like really high quality, or you can get like naff 1080p, can't you? Where it's like still all bitty and glitchy and whatnot.
This action camera right here is a perfect example of where does it say 1080p? Right there, full HD 1080p. What they don't tell you is that it only has a processor that will do 1080p for 30 seconds or less at 15 frames per second.
Oof. Nice.
Yeah. Oof. At 30 seconds.
Fine print.
Yeah.
So 15 frames per second at 30 seconds. If you actually want it to be a decent frame rate, you have to make that into a 15-second high speed. And even then, the color is bad. Like you're saying, there's good and there's bad 1080p. This is atrocious 1080p.
Oh, right. But, yeah. Rev Gaming asked me what PC do I have. It's a custom build, my PC, which I always think are the best because you can tailor them to what you want. The only thing that's lagging behind with my PC now is my processor, which is an i5 at 4 gigahertz a core. I can overclock that to about 4.2 safely, but I keep it at 4. Does the trick. 16 gig of RAM, a Z90 something gaming motherboard, and yeah, solid state hard drives, externals, and I've got a 1070 Founders Edition graphics card as well with 8 gig GDDR5. I don't know if I've gone far too much into detail for you, but for anybody who knows what they're talking about, I'd tell you that's a fairly good PC by any accounts. But very soon I'm going to be upgrading my rig to either a top-end i7 or a mid-range i9. So that's going to really juice my PC into sort of mid-range of top-end then with everything else that I've got in there. So yeah, I do like PCs and I do like custom builds of PCs, but along with drones, you know, PCs are also extremely expensive. Once you start looking into them, there is no limit on how much you can spend on a gaming PC. And I've looked,
No.
There is really no limit. I've seen some gaming PC builds that are like £30,000. You know, where it's literally
there's some graphics cards that are $3,000 or $4,000.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And you can literally burger them up as well. So you can have like 4 or 5 in one machine. So, yeah, I think it's the NVIDIA Quattro costs $4,000. And that Linus Tech Tips, I don't know if you follow his videos, but he built a gaming rig and a gaming rendering whatever rig, which had 5 of them in it. So just in graphics cards, that's $20,000 in graphics cards, and it supports multiple processors. It's essentially the closest thing to a server that you can get, while still being able to call it a PC that works as one unit, basically. That's cool. I'm just going to try and catch up with this chat. Holsha Fishing, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you. I'm just saying hello there. Gamer UK says got his drone from Cash Converter for 20 quid. It was awesome before it flew off. Yeah, they do tend to do that. Ozbeach Hand is in. Hello, mate. And literally, it's telling me right now that I've got nobody watching my stream. So I'm about to burst into tears. But I know that you guys are in the chat. So just so I can get an idea of how many are watching, please roll call with just a 1 in the chat. And I'll get an idea for how many people are in, you know. If you would, guys, please. And then we'll see who's in. Oh, Centroid's in. Crazy. Thanks for the heads up, man. Yeah. Oh, blooming heck. Yeah, man, that's all good. You know what I mean? So, how did you get into drones then, Mark?
Well, actually, I'd say about 5-6 years ago, before I realized it was the craze of drones, I knew that they existed. I actually built a couple of drones from scratch, RC parts and whatnot. I wouldn't call them FPV because I didn't even know they existed at the time. But essentially, they're drones with no stability. I mean, they had the the ability to stay level and whatnot, but they didn't have GPS or anything on it. And it was fun, but I just kind of I didn't know where I was going with it. Then I kind of dropped it. Then I got back into it, and I figured I'd build one that would hold a camera. And I started putting together a parts list and designing it. And then I realized after actually looking at YouTube, because I'd never done YouTube, I'm like, wait a minute, they make these things already. And they're going to be a heck of a lot cheaper than me making it. So I did a lot of research, and about, I'd say 6-7 months ago, I bought my first drone, and there was no turning back at that point. So,
yeah, man. What's the most dangerous or daring thing you've done with a drone? I'm not talking about giving people discount haircuts or anything like that. I mean actually putting your drone at risk for a good shot, basically.
I actually, I was out practicing. I just gotten the Mavic 2 Zoom, and I was messing around with it and trying some of the, some of the features on it, like, follow me and all this kind of stuff and point of interest. And there was a local fire department practicing on the river, maneuvers for rescuing. And I asked them, if they would let me practice and videotape them, and I would give them any of the footage that they wanted. And, they were all cool with it. And there's this bridge that cars travel over the river, and I had that thing on it and so they had this inflatable, and they're flying down the river, and I had the thing in sport mode, and it was literally hanging on and following them. So I'm not controlling the drone. It's following them, and it's getting a decent shot. And then at the last second, I realized there was a bridge coming. And if anybody doesn't know this, there's no obstacle avoidance when you're in sport mode with those things.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, but
oh, the pain.
But unlike other people, I was watching the drone from point of view. I wasn't watching it on the screen. I figured it was capturing it, and I saw the drone making a beeline right to the side of the bridge. And I'd say I had a good 20 feet before I hit, but that made me a little nervous. I just hit the X, stopped it, and I was good. But that was the only time I really felt like I was going to lose it if I didn't catch it in time. So,
20 feet at 40 miles an hour is not very long, though.
No, it's not, and it would have been over water. So whatever remnants were left, it would have been underwater anyway. So I'd have no proof of carcass either.
Yeah. Plop. Yeah.
I broke my drone. Can I get a replacement?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, about a month after I'd already wrecked this Mavic behind me, I know you can't see it on the Skype call, but on the chat, the one behind me, on the stream, should I say, I bought a new one, literally, and I'd had it about a month, and I went out on my mate's boat to film them forts out in the River Humber from World War II, and essentially, my mate sort of sold this boat as like a big yacht. It was essentially like a 3-man boat, basically. And it was a really windy day. It's a sailboat as well. And I set off out, not really thinking, I'm going to get the drone back in, So I went out to the fort, got me shots, and flew it back. And then as I brought it back in, the wind changed, and it was a really windy day. I think it was about 25-mile-an-hour winds. And the mast swung over and nearly just swatted me Mavic right out the sky as the boat went past. And I actually put that footage in the video at the end. And from actually being sat there on the boat watching it, it looked a lot closer because I had my eye literally about a few feet away from the end of the mast. Whereas on the footage, you only see it just out the corner as the boat passes and the mast swings over. And there's me mate hanging off the edge of the boat as I'm speed matching the boat because it's a sailboat. He couldn't drop anchor or anything like that. And the Humber is known for being turbulent waters. Essentially, the boat's going up and down. I'm trying to speed match it. There's my mate hanging over the edge. By this point, I've hovered it over the water while they secured the mast down. My mate's never caught a drone before. And as I keep trying to fly it into him, it's picking up the mast on the sensors. So it keeps pulling back every time I get close. So I actually had to reverse it into him. Line of sight, reverse it into my friend's hand. And I said, literally, mate, you might get your fingers chopped up a little bit here if the boat goes up or down or whatever. Literally, once you've grabbed that thing, mate, I don't care what you do, just please hang on to it, even if you end up getting chopped fingers, because I don't want that thing ending up in the Humber, And he literally just
except his fingers.
Yeah, he literally did a perfect catch. I'm not kidding. Just as he grabbed it, I'd already hit the land button. Yes. When it's picking up, that there's not somewhere safe to land. And it was turn off the props. And I literally went, quick, give me it here. And I was like, oh, I was sort of had to lay back for a second. My hands were shaking. I thought I was going to have an heart attack, really. And then just about 30 seconds after I'd landed it, this hawk came out of nowhere, started swooping the boat, this massive hawk. So thank goodness that I'd brought it back in before that hawk showed up, because that looked keen for it. It'd probably flown out a distance to try and get that. Just right in the middle of the Humber for no reason. Oh, goodness. It still sort of gets me adrenaline going thinking about it. Urban Lad says he's going to have to go. He's up at 4:30 a.m. Thank you for popping in, mate. Much appreciated, and I'll catch you again real soon. Christopher Goebel, great to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. Rev Gaming says, drones seem as much fun to fly as the videos. I'm willing to bet that the FPV drones are a lot more fun to fly than the camera drones, but I don't fly FPV. I'll just fly camera drones. So how much experience do you guys have with FPV then? I know Mark's dabbled.
Dabbled is about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't flown very much FPV. I mean, I've got goggles and I've flown one of my Hubsons with the goggles, but a Hubson is still a GPS drone. It's not beta or anything like that. So I'm still really just flying a camera drone with goggles. So
yeah, man.
Not much.
Yeah. Now, if I remember rightly, Christopher Goebel in the chat, I believe that's Dad Random's second account.
That is Dad Random.
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
correct, sir.
I thought so. My memory does not escape me. And it's said in the chat, everyone gets a bonus today from account number 2. So thank you very much, mate, for stopping by on the second account. And we do know who you are, mate. It's all good. So whenever we see you in either account, we'll know it's you. That's cool. He's saying check his channel out. I'm gonna, because he's building an educator account, so I'm gonna check that out right now, just real quick. 10 subs. Well, guess what, mate? You've just gone up to 11. And essentially, if you ever go live or anything, or just let me know if you're going to ever go live around the time I'm streaming, and we'll give you a good raid, mate. Yeah, and I'll bring everybody over to you, because is a cool channel, isn't he? Dad Random, so that's cool.
Yeah. I had him on my panel once. He's a good guy to have on your panel too. He's a good guy.
Yeah, man. Sorry, mate.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've had some close calls and stuff as far as like drone wrecks or anything like what you guys were saying, but I would say probably the most scared I've ever been with my drone was actually with the Mavic Air. I think it was not even 2 weeks after I got the thing. I was flying out over a lake, and it was right after I saw some birds flying out it was just geese, so they're not going to attack it, but I saw them flying out over near where it was, and then all of a sudden it disconnects.
Oh.
And it was over a frozen lake, so you better believe I was going to go run out on that frozen lake. I don't care how far away or what it was looking like, but it just disconnected, and it never was one of those like it comes back in and it connects again. It just disconnected 100%. And I was a little less than a mile, or I can't remember. It's on one of my videos, but all of a sudden, 8-9 minutes go by, which seemed, by the way, like an hour. And here it is. I hear it come and hover over me and start landing.
Yeah.
And that was probably my closest call. But then my worst wreck was when I let a 4-year-old handle the controls on one of my Hubsons.
Yeah.
And I basically, because you know how you have the one that's literally just like your yaw pitch and everything, and then you have your altitude on the other one. Well, I was holding the remote, so he didn't have to worry about holding the remote. And I was like, now don't touch this one. This one goes up and down. Just touch this one. And what does a 4-year-old do? He's like, okay. He grabbed both of them down and out, which is the kill motor switch for Hubsons. And this thing was 50 feet, 40 feet or so above the ground, and it just dropped and just landed straight on concrete on the road.
Did it
Cameras
bounce?
never worked. Oh, it bounced about 4 or 5 feet.
Dear.
It just hurts thinking about it.
Yeah.
Camera never worked. I had to replace a blade. None of the arm, none of the frame, nothing else. It actually still flies, but I've never got the camera to work. It only goes about 80, 90 feet now instead of the 300-400 yards it used to go before it loses signal. And so it's just kind of my, hey, watch this drone in the backyard.
Yeah. Hold me beer.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't say that if you're in Canada, can you, while you're flying a drone?
Nope. Well, you're really not supposed to say that in the U.S. either. But
no.
Nope,
or the UK, to be fair. Hold my beer before I take my first sip. I'll rephrase it. Yeah, I'll rephrase it. Yeah. That's cool. Equinox Photography Bristol, UK is in the house. He said he had a run-in with some seagulls with his old drone. They don't like Phantom 4s. They don't like Mavic Pros either, and I know this. I've had about 5 near misses with seagulls. I live in Grimsby in the UK, in Lincolnshire, which is a coastal town right near Cleethorpes seaside resort town. And seagulls are everywhere around here. And Grimsby is still like a fishing dock town as well. So you can imagine just how many seagulls we get. And these things are big. One of them even swooped for me dog one time. Yeah, literally swooped for my dog, which is a Labrador, you know.
Those things are jerks.
Yeah.
Man, I do not like seagulls at all.
Yeah, yeah. Hello there, Jeanette Pickering. I hope you're well. Great to see you. And anybody who hasn't supported Jeanette Pickering, please go over there. She's a lovely lady with a great channel, who I've met in real life in Sheffield as well. So, yeah, awesome. I think I'm going to put together a montage of seagull near misses. There was actually a time when I was flying around the pier in Cleethorpes, and a seagull actually hit my drone with its foot. I had about 10 seagulls following my drone while I was trying to get me shots. Every time there was swarming round it, following it, and I'd just have to climb it and then bring it back, you know what I mean, back for me shot while the sort of whatever. But within about a minute, there was back on me again, and I had it in sport mode while I was trying to get me shots, which is very difficult, just so I could outrun them, basically. But these were really going after me, and I paused there for a second. This seagull, like, dived, like, out of the pack, if you know what I mean, and just whacked it with its foot. I was just like,
I remember that video. I think that was when it happened, when you were going like right along the ocean shoreline. Correct? Was that your video that?
No, I haven't actually put this into any footage. This seagull hit.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Because I saw one where somebody else had a seagull hit their drone. So I thought that was maybe yours.
Oh no. I've had many near misses that I've caught on camera though, where a seagull's literally flown directly at my drone, and I've climbed it right at the last second. Because obviously, if you're getting hassled by any sort of birds, the best thing to do is just climb. If you've got the altitude to do it, because birds can't climb vertically like a drone can. So climb, move fast, and then drop it back, and then, you know, just keep trying to avoid them, basically. And if you're not sure, land it and sort of get your BB gun out. No, I didn't mean that.
Coming off of mine, and they usually seem to never mess with.
Yeah, Marc flies his with a tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
he's wearing a hat, and so's the drone. You know,
Secrets out.
Says it
Thanks,
gives
Steve.
it better signal. You know. Hello there, Dennis from DGM Films. I hope you're doing well, buddy. You know, great channel as well. He puts a lot of effort into his short films and whatnot, and they are like professional level videos and everything that he does. Really, really good stuff, and is a really good bloke as well. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Equinox Photography Bristol says, like to see them have a go at the Inspire, even more so since I've changed to carbon props. Would be like a blender in the sky. Yeah, there's actually one video of a guy flying I think it's a Mavic Pro, and he's getting swarmed by wasps, right? I think he's like disturbed a wasp nest or something, and all you can see on the camera is just bits of these wasps flying everywhere, you know, as they're just trying to sting it to death. They're probably assessing it as like another giant wasp, but obviously it's not. It's completely impervious to anything. And he must have took out an entire wasp nest with that thing.
I remember that. He was hovering right below the entrance of the nest, right?
He was quite high up, I think, but I think he must have been near a nest. Yeah, I think, well, there must be multiple videos. There must be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos out there.
Yeah, there was one where this guy had, it was some kind of homemade drone, or this was a big propped drone. And he actually cut into a nest that was on the side of one of his sheds or something.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
You saw that one? He had like a GoPro on the ground or something looking at it as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've seen it. And that's a big old nest. It was like hanging out the corner of the roof, wasn't it? Like
yeah, right off of his satellite dish, I think, or something.
Oh, yeah. Blooming heck. Gary Foster says it's the Steve, Marc and Russ show. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. Russ was like a late addition, but a more than welcome addition. You know what I mean?
That's why he made my name last. You know, I see how.
Hey, you know what I mean? I do my best to include people, you know what I mean? And I specifically set up OBS for 2 people. That's why it looks as though Russ is I'm sort of holding that the wrong way, crammed into that corner there. But to actually resize everything, especially with them electric boxes, at this stage would be a nightmare. So don't think I'm, you know, favoritism with Marc or anything. Yeah, that's.
No, you know what? I'm actually more comfortable in the corner. I mean, I have a wife, so being put in the corner is not an abnormal thing whatsoever.
Yeah, but no one puts baby in the corner. You know what I mean?
I feel your pain, brother. I get put in the corner all the time.
Sidelined. No, it's okay, darling. I'll hold the bags while you do all your clothes shopping. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, hurry up, can we go yet? What was that? With them sort of angry, frowning eyes.
Oh, yeah. I like when you're shopping and you, like, catch eyes with the other guy that's also feeling like, hey, I've been here way too long, and you're both just like, you're both just looking at each other like, I feel sorry for you, man. I feel sorry for you, too.
Words do not have to be spoken. You tip your hat to each other and go, yep.
Yeah. You sort of want to ask, don't you? You want to go, so how long you been in?
Yeah.
Fresh meat. Yeah. We've got another person come in, 40 below life. I hope you're doing well. He says hello from Alaska. I'm gonna check you out real quick. I nearly said check you out then or whatever in like a Canadian accent. Too much time watching.
No, that's a woman, and she oh gosh, I think she swam in 10-degree below weather or water.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know, she has a really cool channel. I met her on Pusa a couple, probably 2-3 months ago or so, but yeah, it's pretty darn cool.
Oh, nice.
I'm in.
Yeah, well, welcome to the stream, 40 Below Life. You have a new sub from me. Anybody who hasn't checked the channel out, please go over there, show some support. If you like what you see, you know what I mean, then become a friend. You know, that's all good. We have a great community in here, and obviously my Blue Wrench crew is exceedingly quick with the wrenches. I think I've only ever had 1 troll in my streams. Touch wood. There's nothing wooden here. I'll have to put my hand on my head. Touch wood that you know, I don't get any trolls are out, but everyone is well equipped to deal with. Yeah,
Steve, I believe that one you did have is now stalking me on my channel.
I know, yeah. Well, let's not talk openly about that one because we may have a laker.
No names.
You know,
yes.
No names.
No names.
Yeah.
The weirdest.
Yeah, they know who they are though, right?
Yeah. I've had a couple people come in and just say stupid things on some of my videos and stuff. I don't think I've ever had one on a live stream, but the weirdest thing I've ever seen is on my wife's channel. She had a video. It was when our kid was sick or whatever, and he was at the doctor or whatever, and they were doing, you know, checking his temperature and his heartbeat and all that stuff or whatever. And he had his shirt off, and this one person said, "I need more pictures of his tummy. Show us pictures of his tummy." Like 9 times they said this on a comment, and we're like, so we just blocked them. Yeah. Now, what I think it was, because later when we were telling one of my good friends, we were telling him, and he was just kind of laughing at it a little too much. So it might have been him just being a dork. But just in case, that person's not coming on either of our channels again, because that was a little strange.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember whose stream I was in. I was blue wrenching for somebody, and some troll came in, and there's, you know, there must have been like Control V pasting into the chat, you know, Control V entered, was flooding the chat, and I was like, who's this joker, you know what I mean? Sort of timed them out while I assessed who there was, and I checked out the channel. They had 1 video, and it was just called "Yeah," you know, like that with an exclamation mark, and the thumbnail, I'm not kidding, looked like it was straight out of a porno. I'm not kidding. It had,
Oh.
and you could see everything. You know, I'm not kidding. That was the thumbnail, and it was like a 30-second long video. I literally went straight back to the chat, and I was like, right, block. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, you know that channel's not going to be around very long.
Yeah.
They probably have that video, and they put that video in like 9,000 different channels that they get deleted all the time just to be that person.
Yeah, man.
But
Holsha Fishing, I did say hello earlier, but thank you for coming back in on the chat and saying hello to everybody. You know, just in my live streams alone, I think I'm building up a great community, and I appreciate everybody who comes in on my streams and comments on my videos and whatnot. Absolutely awesome. A whole spectrum of different people from across YouTube, but you know, we all enjoy a laugh and we all enjoy meeting new people. And like I say, I can't thank you all enough, you know. So, Airbexy Urban Exploration has just come in. How's it going, buddy? And I believe Airbexy and Adventures with Jay are becoming quite good friends. I always see Airbexy on Jay's streams. I'm going to post Jay's link in anyway, because Jay is a genuinely awesome guy who I've known for about 13 or 14 years, been good friends for a long time, and he deserves a lot of support, like, you know. So I'm going to put his link in. He was live streaming earlier, but I think he's gone off, but I'm going to post his link. This is to my friend Adventures with Jay, and he live streams very often and does videos almost daily of explores, drone footage, and is a great singer, so he does like his own like songs to his like pictures and videos and stuff as well. Proper mixed bag of a channel, but all great stuff, if you know what I mean. It's really, really good. So that's his link in the chat anyway, for anybody who would go over there and support him. You won't regret it, trust me. You know, that's all good. So
yeah, I've met quite a few new people in this channel today.
Yeah, Steve, you got a really nice mix of channels in here. It's really nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Very much appreciative, you know. Currently got 3 watching. So thanks.
I'm seeing 5.
You're seeing
I got 5.
Oh, I'm reporting at 3 here. Oh yes, yeah, I'm seeing 5 on that one. On the live dashboard, I'm seeing 3. On the stream, I'm seeing 5. When in reality, I know that there's a lot more than that. So essentially, we were streaming earlier, and it was saying there was no people watching, even though the chat was scrolling away. So I actually asked for a roll call. Everyone just put a 1 in the chat. You know, just to see, you know, just make sure I'm not going mad, basically, you know. Is there actually people in here, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, Mr. Dutchy Dutch, I'm going to go through right now and give out some blue wrenches, because everybody who's in here at the minute has proven themselves to be really, really great people. So I'm going to go through right now and give everybody blue wrenches who's in. Who hasn't already got one, basically. So I'm just going through, having a look.
Yes, I am in the naughty corner, Jeanette. That's exactly correct.
yeah. There we go. Sending out a load of blue wrenches. Caught up with a lot of people. That's cool. All good. Yeah, there we go. I've caught up with everybody there who hasn't got blue wrenches. So there we go. Nobody can kick you out for just any reason whatsoever, you know, because you're all appreciated and you're all great people. And obviously, while I'm doing any other streams, it's hard to keep up with the chat, be promoting channels, and also have windows in the background for the conspiracy streams where I'm literally sometimes reading articles and multiple guests, and it's hard to keep up with who's got blue wrenches. So it's nice tonight. It's a bit more chilled out, you know what I mean? I can just sort of, you know, see people are in. It's a bit more relaxed, and I can just go through and, you know, give people them blue wrenches as I see fit, you know. That's all good, yeah. Well, there was actually an incident about, goodness knows, 6 weeks or so ago. There was somebody in the chat who had visited their stream many times. They seemed all right. I think he was from Saudi Arabia. He always seemed really cool on his streams. And then as soon as he came in my stream, my general rule was if I'd seen him about, instantly blue wrench. And then he came into one of my streams, and he was being really pushy for people subscribing to him and everything. And he actually angered a lot of people in my chat, and I didn't see it scrolling past, basically. So I sort of, this is the first time I've given out blue wrenches since then, you know. But obviously, for everybody who's been in my streams and everything, I've thought I've got enough of a good mix of people who I know and trust and everything who have blue wrenches. But now's the time to give out some more, I think. So that's all good, isn't it? And then you sort of build up your sort of trusted crew, don't you? So that's cool. There we go. Equinox has got some bits to say. I'm just wondering if it's... there we go. I'm just going to read it out. Equinox says, a couple decided the only way to have a quickie while their 10-year-old son was home was to send him out on the balcony and let him give a running report on what was going on in the neighbourhood. So the boy stood on the balcony and reported on everything that was happening. A police car has just called the Hamiltons' house. The Chandlers are taking delivery of a new wardrobe, and the Mitchells are having sex. Hearing this, the boy's parents shot bolt upright. How do you know the Mitchells are having sex? And the kid replies, because their kid's standing on the balcony too. Equinox, I appreciate your effort on typing that out into 3 different chats to fit that in. Thank you very much, mate. I was thinking, where's this story going, you know?
That's dedication.
Yeah, that is definitely, yeah. Equinox is always one for dropping the funny stories in. That's so cool. Yeah, it was actually Jeanette who this guy was having a go at. Since then, I've unsubbed and basically permanently blocked him from my channel, basically, because he was being out of order. And it was just one of them instances where I just didn't see it going on in the chat. He had a blue wrench, so there was not really much that anybody could do, you know, so I was a little bit, like, annoyed at that. So since then, I didn't give out any blue wrenches, but now's the time. Now the dust has settled to start giving them back out to, you know, trusted channels and trusted people, like, you know. Hello, What the Paranormal? How's it going? Hello, Aerial Views and all on the panel and chat. If anybody hasn't got What the Paranormal, I highly recommend you, at very least, check them out. And this is the thing, you know, I like it. There's a mixture of, you know, like fishing channels, paranormal channels, miscellaneous channels, drone channels, EBR FPVs in the house. Sorry, I nearly missed you there in the chat, mate. EBR FPV is a great supporter. Like I say, if you haven't checked him out, please do. That's cool. Yeah, Equinox says it's easy to just type it all in and then cut and copy the sections into each chat window.
See, he just gave his secret away.
Yeah, I know,
I was
man.
so impressed.
Yeah, man, we had kudos.
Because now you have to type it all out and then cut and paste. And
all that
stuff.
I don't know if that's
true.
that's yeah, but I suppose yeah, it's probably easier that way, you know. Interactive DNA's in the house. I hope you're doing well, mate. Interactive DNA, I know, is being very helpful at the minute to many other channels, and he is a very genuine, good dude with a great channel. So yeah, if you haven't checked him out, please do. You know, and anybody else who you see in the chat, that's what it's all about. You know.
Yep, Dutchy Dutch, have a safe drive home. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, take it easy, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. That's all good, mate. Thank you for popping in. I'm just checking. Look. Oh, look, there's 6 people in. Blooming heck, would you believe it? There's 6 in. Oh, crazy, man. It's better than -10, anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
Although it does blow my ×10 out of the water. So now there goes that idea.
Yeah. Oh, we're up to 7, so it could be 70 now. Yeah, so there's currently 70 people watching. Yeah. PMDB says Jeanette Pickering, I watched it on the PS4 or would have commented. Yeah, I'm just looking there. Yeah, I think it's talking about Jeanette's cooking videos there. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. Now, here's one for you, Paul, from PMDB Entertainment. I've actually found an emulator called EPSXE, which plays PS1 games, and you can get an online plugin for it to play online against your friends. So as soon as I've worked that out into a sort of user-friendly sort of way for you to run on your PC, I'll let you know, because I really want to whoop you at SmackDown, mate. And it will be live streamed for all to see. You know, getting tapped out, you know what I mean, first round. For all
Wow.
for all the trash talk you're giving me, there has to be some sort of recompense, you know what I mean? Some sort of you know, judgment day.
So what we're all gonna see is we're all gonna see the match start, and then we're all gonna see about 10 seconds, and then Steve's gonna be in a bad position, and then you're just gonna hear a please stand by.
Yeah, if I start losing the match, I'm literally gonna stop streaming, and in the chat,
geez.
and in the chat, just technical difficulties. You know, literally just unplug me modem for a quick second. You know what I mean? That was the old school way, wasn't it? If you was losing games, my mate used to do that all the time on dial-up. He'd play StarCraft, and way back in the day, I'm talking like mid-90s gaming, he had StarCraft on his PC, and this was like early days. It's like the Wild West of online gaming. There was no punishment to your win-to-loss ratio if you had a disconnect. So as soon as the match won't go in his way, he had the modem right next to him, and he'd just go clip, clip, out and back in, and reconnect, and find another match, and he had like no losses. You know,
unless you were in hardcore mode, then disconnects did count against you.
Oh,
But I did the same thing. You go. What was it? Oh, I forget what the map was, but it was literally just 4 squares, and then you just meet in the middle. I think the map was called Bloodbath, and that's exactly what it was. You just go into a massive rush bloodbath, and if somebody gets to your base before you get to theirs, oop, modem. Sorry, guys. You know, it's the 90s. Internet, this 28.6 per kbps modem is just not what it should be.
yeah.
Are you laughing at PMD's Entertainment's comment?
I'm laughing all round, mate. Yeah, it's all good.
He says, "Ooh, listen to Stone Cold Steve and his delusions. I might tap out from laughing too much."
Hey,
He's creating an out already, Steve.
Yeah. He's already setting himself up for the loss, isn't he? You know what I mean? That's a bad mind frame. You know?
Oh my God, it's trash talk all about now.
Yeah. I'll win by any means necessary, mate. You know what I mean? So if I have to laugh you into submission, then that's what I'll do. You know? Oh, blooming heck. That wasn't very good trash talk, was it? Equinox Photography says, she said her fanny tasted like a rainbow, found out she meant trout and not Skittles. Oh, blooming heck, mate. Oh, dear. PD Tech says, fighting talk, SmackDown. Yeah, now, the PS1 used to support a multi-tap, if anybody remembers that, where you could actually connect up to 8 controllers. Now, if I can figure out a way of having like some crazy 4-way or 8-way match, man, that'd be awesome to stream, wouldn't it? Like PS1 SmackDown. You know, Hell in a Cell or, you know, Royal Rumble or something, you know, between all the FPV channels and that. It'd be ace, wouldn't it? You know, everyone creates a custom character, do you know what I mean, that looks like them with the actual channel names and that. Oh, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like PS1 era SmackDown lives again. You know what I mean?
Could you use a drone as a weapon in that?
I think that's outside the rules. You'd have to save that for like an anything goes match, you know, where you can.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah, PMDB says Steve's trying to get tag team partners to beat me. It seems. I don't need any help, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'll show up. I'll bundle you in that casket. Send you. Do you know what I mean? I'll be home in time for tea, mate. You know what I mean? Easy.
Hey, PMDB, I'm a mercenary, man. If your price is better than his, I am totally all yours. I will sit there and I'll just start pounding on his face, and you can start breaking the legs and grab a couple chairs. I'll hold them up for you.
Yeah, you can just imagine mid-submission move, out comes the checkbook. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, the tables are turned in my favour. yeah. Jeanette Pickering says her son's into WWE games, but his Xbox One. Yeah, on PC you can run emulators for the older games. So I can literally run games right up to... I mean, there's a Nintendo Switch emulator now, but I've not done anything with it because I don't own a Switch or any Switch games. I am very careful about what games I play. And if I own the originals, essentially, that's the only way you can do it legally. PMDB Entertainment, I love it. There you go, mate. You've got yourself a wage coming in real soon, mate.
There we go.
From PMDB.
I'm gonna quit my regular day job.
Yeah, he says he's got £5 and a bag of scones.
Hey, I'm cheap. That's all I need.
That's the going rate. So yeah. So as soon as I've rigged that up, PMDB, and I can find some easy way of helping you rig that up your end, are you up for a match on that? And I want to live stream it, mate. There's no other way, unfortunately, because this needs to be seen worldwide, mate. I need to put an end to this once and for all. Yeah, I don't mind talking about computer games. Do you have much experience with computer games, Marc?
Actually, I do a little. Up until about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was actually a big World of Warcraft player.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've played that game before. I only got to like level 55 or something
no.
like that, and then
I
I was done.
No, I was all the way to end game, and it was almost like a job. That's when I quit it. It was a lot of work, and I just cut it cold turkey. It was a lot of work.
Jeanette says,
I was a big League of Legends guy until about I don't know, 6-7 months ago. My actual like gaming PC, the power source went bad on it. I just haven't even fixed it since.
Jeanette says, I'll just beat you into submission with my cakes. Blooming heck. Yeah, just leave them out for a couple of days and they'll turn into rock, you know. Centroid, what you saying in the chat, mate? I'm out to time you out for that. Someone's getting
somebody's getting a butt whooping on the live stream, and I'm just saying, who will it be?
Yeah. Airbexy says, I know, mate. I'm only messing. After your bloody lip you gave me on B-Town's bloody stream last night, you kidding me? You're sucking up to B-Town and slagging me off at the same time. Couldn't believe it. I was in a Skype call with Marc, and he went, oh, look, B-Town's just gone live. So we went in. First thing is bloody insulting me in the chat, you know what I mean? Laughing away to himself. So I had to retaliate, and it just escalated, didn't it? To a point where they're sort of like... Yeah. There was laughing along with it, but even in the end, we was like, "I think we're going to have to tone this down a bit, aren't we? It's getting a bit, a bit full on."
I got him in. I did play cheap. I threw some hard shots at you, and then I turned around and I said, "B-Town, I got your back, man. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry."
I'm so sorry. It's not me.
Roger,
it's him. It's not me. It's him. Yeah. Hello, Canadian Drone Hub. Roger, I hope you're doing well, buddy. I have been shouting your channel out tonight. I've been posting the link as well. We've had a few new faces in, good channels, and I've been trying to send them your way. You know, that's what I do. I owe so much to Roger. Every time he comes in, I always say, you know, I owe so much to Roger with my channel and introducing me to so many great people. And I think you do need to change your name to the International Drone Hub. I mean, I do laugh about this, but that is legit, though. I reckon so, because, I mean, most of your audience is international now, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm just saying, mate, I consider your International Drone Hub now. That's cool. Love my drones. Hello, buddy. I hope you're well. If anybody's seeing 6 or 7 watching at the minute, I'm sure that it's not being reported correctly, essentially. I think there is more in. When we first started the stream, I mean, it was saying 1 and 0 people watching for a long time, but the chat was actually scrolling. I did a roll call and there's about 10 people in even when it said there was 0. I don't know if Night Shane was trolling me, but he said he saw -10. So
I think he was trolling you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to say that one person is watching when there's 3 people on here.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So I mean, even when you're watching your own stream, you'll get one view. You know, when you do like unlisted test streams, you'll get one view, which is yourself. You know, so, and I mean, I've got the stream going here, you know, in the background muted. So, you know, yeah, I don't know. Jeanette Pickering says 15 likes. It's actually showing me here. 25, it's saying to me.
I see 25.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being so generous on the like button. You know, thank you so much. You know, it's much appreciated. So, I'm essentially believing that there's at least 15 or more people in here right now, not 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but it's obviously having some sort of issues.
It's because you run a conspiracy channel.
I reckon so. That's going to have to be brought up next Sunday. You know what I mean? If you don't want to get your viewers and everything misrepresented, whatever you do, don't mention conspiracies, tinfoil hats, 9/11, flat Earth, aliens, Roswell, NASA. You know, the list goes on. How long have you got? You know.
Did you hear? Speaking of the we never went to the moon. Did you hear? Gosh, when was this? I forget how long ago it happened, but not Buzz Aldrin, but oh my gosh, I just watched the movie about him. First Man.
John Glenn.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Thank you.
Louis
Neil
Armstrong
actually tried to fight. He tried to fight a reporter who was talking about how we had staged the moon landing and stuff, and he actually, like 70-something years old, went out and tried to fight this guy and like just about landed a fist into the guy.
Oh wow.
Yep. He's like, I know it's real because I stepped on that moon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the thing is, what, you know, I do believe people went to the moon. Don't get me wrong. There are a few inconsistencies, but the sheer weight of evidence for people going to the moon outweighs the few niggles that there is in terms of people didn't go to the moon. Yeah, and I mean, we popped. I'm not going to name any names, but we popped in that stream last night, didn't we? No names or anything, but I mean, I'm not even going to say he or she, but they was talking a load of crap in my eyes, and just for reeling off some scientific truths in the chat. I did get dived on by somebody else saying, you know, no need to keep diving on her like that. You know, keep it friendly. I didn't say anything personal. No. I was literally like, I was like, you know, well, Newton's law of motion says this, so that's not true. You know, I've seen this bit with my own eyes, so I know that's not true, basically. And then what about this? And you know, I was definitely not being nasty, was I? I was being neutral.
No.
You know.
It was a random stream that somehow Steve clicked on, and they were talking conspiracies. This one person, and it was just complete mad what this person was saying. It was, I mean, there was no basis. The person says, "Well, I believe this," and when you confronted the person with any contradictory argument, she just brushed right by it.
Yeah.
Or said, "Well, this is what I believe, and you can believe what you want," but you know, and did no backing. And Steve would just nail this person with fact after fact after fact, and you could see the person reading it and then kind of look up and then respond to the person after him.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I got kicked out of the channel and blocked by somebody who is kind of the same way, and I would say maybe it's the same person. I don't know, but I actually got blocked out of their stream. Like when I would go in their stream, I would try to type something and say hi or you know, something like that. This was like 3 weeks afterwards, because at first I was like, oh well, they're like, you're out of here, you're blocked, see you later. And I was like, well, okay, this person obviously wants me gone, so I'm gonna leave. But then like 2-3 weeks later or whatever, I came back into their channel and I was saying something that's like, why is nobody hearing me? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because I think if you get blocked, you can still go into somebody's stream, you just can't
type
say
anything. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct.
So I think that's what happened.
Okay. Mars Twerky has just come in. Hello, buddy. I hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Equinox Photography Bristol, he's got another joke for us, so I'm going to read it out.
Boy.
The elderly gentleman. Oh wait, there. No, I've missed out. It's another 3-parter. He went. No, it's a 4-parter. This one.
Lord.
Seems an elderly gentleman had serious hearing problems for a number of years. He went to the doctor, and the doctor was able to have him fitted with a set of hearing aids that allowed the gentleman to hear 100%. The elderly gentleman went back in a month to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Your hearing is perfect. Your family must be really pleased that you can hear again." To which the gentleman said, "Oh, I haven't told my family yet. I just sit around and listen to the conversations. I've changed my will 3 times." Can you just imagine if people thought you was deaf? And just the amount of sort of slagging off you'd get, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
If I went deaf for a little bit but then recovered, I wouldn't tell anybody for at least a few weeks. You'd really get to know who your friends were, you know.
Yep.
That's good to know, Steve. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. I'm like that to
And then
Centroid.
you'll also.
I'm deaf, mate. You want to Skype with me tonight?
Well, I do know a little bit of sign language. Just saying.
Yeah.
I know a few words in sign language, and one of them is most definitely not one I can do on camera for you guys.
Yes.
But I think everybody can use their imagination.
Well, the rule is I don't condone people swearing on my stream. As long as I'm not swearing, I'm a saint. Simple as that. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? As long as I don't take the blame, it's all right. So that's all good. If other people swear words out now and again, I'm not bothered. You know, I could very easily swear now and again on my stream. Wouldn't bother me at all. I just try and keep my streams like all ages friendly, essentially. That's what I try and do. And I do a fairly good job of it, I think. So
I think you do too. And that's kind of the same way I am. If somebody says a bad word on one of my streams, I'm not going to sit there and, like, hey, no. I just kind of let it pass. And I've said a couple words here or there on my stream that, but I have, my mom is a teacher, so Marc he'll understand this. My mom is a teacher, and she has some of her students that like to watch some of my drone videos.
Oh, Lord.
And so in my mom's defense, I try to be good so that her students don't come in and be like, I saw your son and he said this and did that on his stream. So I try to keep it PG-13 because these kids they're in 7th grade and 6th grade, and so it's like, okay, they've heard a bad word or two, they've seen somebody goof around in a semi-adult way or whatever, but I'm not going to come in here and use the F-bomb and all that, drop a whole bunch of bad words and stuff like that either. So
EBRFPV says aerial views and histories UK knows a specific kind of alien you're not supposed to talk about. Ask him, with a smiley winky face. I don't know, do I save this for the conspiracy stream? No, I love saying it. Yeah, it's the alien reptilian shape-shifting hybrids. You got to watch out for them. You really have. They're the most sneaky of them all.
Chupacabra?
I actually covered that on a cryptids section I did on a conspiracy stream a couple of weeks back, and we just talked about cryptids for most of it, and some of them are very bizarre. What some people believe actually exists, and some of them there's a lot of evidence to support that these things do exist, funnily enough. That's all I can really say. I ain't ever seen anything like cryptid like myself, so unless you go out in Grimsby on a Saturday night, slagging off my hometown a little bit there, but Equinox has stepped in with another one.
I saw that. I think that's something he actually does.
Oh, okay. Every time Equinox posts something now, I assume it's a joke, so I read it in a sort of like half put on accent, Yeah, he says, my mate had a hearing aid, and we used to wind him up by mouthing silently to each other. He used to drive him nuts. He used to sit there fiddling with the volume control on his hearing aid.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you got a mate who's got an hearing aid in, and do you know what I mean? You're like, I know you can't see me, but I'm gonna mouth it on the stream. There we go.
Yeah, I want to do that next time I'm around my grandpa, because he's always like, if you're talking and you're closer, he's always sitting there turning it down, or if he's sitting in a big room full of a lot of people or something, he'll turn it down or turn it up or whatever. So I just want to have like everybody do that sometime to my grandpa and just see what he does.
It's too funny.
Yeah, Equinox asks, what's the worst practical joke you've ever played? I've got a few. I don't think I can actually speak about that on live stream, because, it might get me in trouble, as most practical jokes usually would. It depends on who you're playing the joke on and how well you know them a lot of the time. Are you guys got any practical joke stories to share with him?
Nope, I'm pretty dull.
I've done a few. I've done some that are like the fairly simple ones, just stuff like have some other girl that's like a friend with my wife and I or whatever. This was my ex-wife. I haven't done this to the current wife, but we'll sit there and goof around or whatever and make her think that we're doing something on the side, and then she didn't really like that one. But then I've done just stupid, silly ones as well that are, like the whole, I don't know if you have ever done the rubber band around the squeeze thing on like your sink, the one that you can pull out and squeeze and rinse stuff off. You put a rubber band around the handle of that, and so then you face it towards the center, and then the next person to turn on the water for the faucet is going to get sprayed. Have you guys, either of you guys done that?
I've seen it done. I've never done it.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've done that a few times. But the problem in my house is my daughter is 9, and yes, she's a little goof off and she likes to joke around and stuff. But when somebody does a practical joke in this house, everybody knows who it is. So I don't get away with practical jokes at all.
Yeah. Sort of a dead giveaway, isn't it?
It is kind of.
I'm just going to catch up on the chat a little bit. There's a few things in here. Love My Drone says, those are the worst, like the shapeshifters from Star Trek 5, Undiscovered Country. It wasn't a reptile, though. Yeah, you got to watch out for the shapeshifters. There's a few videos online which show, weird Secret Service agents with what seems to be no ears, and they also seem to sort of shapeshift the faces. Just putting that out there. Cryptid asked, is Rendlesham Forest near me? Not really, mate. It's about 3.5 hour drive away from me, and I've never been. But I mean, there's nothing there. It's just a forest, but it is the site of what is sort of like the UK's Roswell, essentially, with multiple military and law enforcement personnel all witnessing up close. A supposed like metallic disc basically, and beings, very, very odd. And you can actually hear the radio conversations on some YouTube videos as well from the night that happened. So it is very, very odd, yes indeed. And I have done a bit of research into that, just skimming over it. It's not a conspiracy theory stream, but I'm happy to cover them a little bit if necessary. That's cool. Yeah, Mars Twerky says made outfit and a pole was his best effort.
Oh, yes, I saw that video. I still can't unsee that.
Okay.
Still can't unsee that video. As far as, this isn't really a practical joke, but there's this one app that my brother was telling me about. I think it was just like 2-3 days ago. But there's this app where you download this app, and when you are using your phone to take a picture or something like that, it kind of just like emboses like a shadow of this one like dog, like bone-faced creature thing in your screen while you're trying to take the photo. Yeah. And then when you take the photo, it's not in the photo. And like it'll always do this, and it won't do it every single time. It'll just do it randomly, and it'll do it in a random part of the picture. And so it's like this creepy little add-on app that every time you use your camera and you're trying to take a picture, let's say you're trying to take pictures of your friends or whatever, it'll have like this dog, creepy bone-faced creature like peering over one of their shoulders or something like that.
I've just remembered this wasn't a practical joke that I was involved in, but I definitely knew about it once it had happened. Essentially, there was a lad who I used to work with, quite a big place, and he used to shave his head all the time. And middle of summer, obviously, you get a red head, don't you? You know what I mean? Sunburnt head. And he used to bring in his sun cream and whatnot and lather his head in sun cream, you know, because the summers in the UK can get pretty brutal, you know, 30 degrees or more sometimes, Celsius that is anyway. And essentially, the shifted his suntan lotion or his sunblock, whatever. They actually changed it for, do you know, Sif, like that abrasive sort of household cleaner, or Jif, you know, that sort of white powdery cream, you know, that's good for getting stains out and that, and it stinks really like citrusy, doesn't it? And they replaced all of his sun cream with that, and he put all that on his head and was working out in the sun all day. He came back after about half an hour, like all the skin flaking off his head and everything, like moaning how bad it was. And apparently he found out who did it, and I know the guy who did it as well. And he used to drive the vans off site, and there's like a long motorway that ran alongside site, which went to all the other sort of satellite sites, whatever. And he had one of them, do you know, them plastic crabs, do you know, that you get on like seafood displays and stuff, and they have them plastic crabs. And he found out which van he was driving for the day. And on site, you're not allowed to lock any vehicle doors or anything like that. And where the sun visor comes down, he wedged the plastic crab into that, because he knew that at some point in the middle of summer he'd have to pull that down while he's driving. Apparently he was driving down the motorway full speed, 70 miles an hour, pulled it down, and the fake crab fell out, and he literally nearly lost control of the van on the motorway. You know? Which was all very, very funny, but obviously it could have gone horribly wrong. But and this was a very strict place to work as well, and it's just a good job that the management didn't find out about any of this.
Yeah. I think the best practical joke that my wife and daughter have ever played on me is I'm one of those people, I always have to have my keys on me. I don't like put them in anything. They're just always in my pocket. And so this last summer, I was out mowing our lawn, and my wife took her set of keys for my truck, and she would hit the panic button. And I would think, you know, I'm walking around and my keys are in my pocket. Oh, shoot, I hit the panic button. So I'd stop mowing the lawn, pull my keys out, do the panic button thing, and then turn it off and stuff. And then I'd go back, I'd start mowing. They waited about 30, 40 more seconds, and then they hit the panic button again. And I must have thought I pushed this button 7 or 8 times before I found out that it was them.
Yeah.
Because I finally, when I was doing it, I was like, what the heck? And I'm looking around, like kind of just looking up, like, what the heck am I going to do? And then I see them in the window laughing, and then they're like, oh, trying to close curtains really quick to get behind them. So that was one of the better ones that they did against me.
Yeah, man. I've just remembered a joke that I played on my missus, and she believes that the flat that we live in is actually haunted. And I mean, I've had a couple of bits about, you know, something falls off the side or something, you know, it could be anything really, something just not balanced right. And she like, basically I've got my TV there, and then off to that side is like where Xbox and the Virgin Media boxes, you know, like the TV satellite cable, whatever, and another TV over there. And her Xbox is basically right next to where my PC is, with like a long HDMI going to the TV. And she was playing this game one night, and she didn't realise that I'd plugged in my wired Xbox One controller. And while she was playing Fortnite, which obviously you need absolute concentration, no interruptions for, like a quick response sort of shooting game, I kept pressing, like, you know, like switch weapons and pause and all sorts. And essentially I had the controller under the table, and I had my foot under the table, you know, just with my toe, just pressing different buttons on the controller. And literally just as any sort of firefight was about to break out, it'd be like switch weapon and change to build mode. And my God, you should have seen her getting frustrated. What's going on? My Xbox is broke every time. And I was like, I don't know. You got me. You know? And this went on for about an hour, you know what I mean? And literally,
Nice.
her blood was going to boil. And I went, hey, babe, look at this. And I pulled the controller out of my foot and just showed her me pressing the buttons with me toe.
Oh,
And she
Lord.
went, you bastard. You know, I nearly swore then, just getting excited. That was really funny. She wasn't pleased, but she was saying, oh, it's that ghost. It's haunting my Xbox. You know, she's actually in bed at the minute, and I'm speaking about it a bit too loud. She's going to come round that door in a minute and slap me.
Did you see what Equinox did to one of the new guys at his pest control business?
I'll read it out if you like. Equinox says the best one was when I was working in pest control. We used to do the funeral parlours. I had a trainee with me. I hid on one of the prep tables, put a sheet over me, then waited. You can wait the rest out. Yeah, you can just imagine.
That would just put me through a roof.
Yeah. Or literally as he walks past, sort of grab him by the arm.
And just start going, help! Or where am I?
Yeah. Oh, you're coming with me.
Awful.
Oh dear. There we go. Marc says talcum powder in the air vents when the person turns on their car. They look like snowmen. Oh, blooming heck. You lot are sadistic. There we go. Love My Drone says, now that's a good one, Equinox. Scared the crap out of him, I bet. Those aren't so bad. A good scare gets the blood pumping. Yeah. Equinox replies, the funeral parlours are always good for pranking. Yeah. I'm just having a catch-up. I think I'm pretty much caught up in the chat now. Crags has just entered into the fray. I hope you're doing well, Crags. Good to see you, mate. And this is a completely off-the-cuff live stream, essentially. Just sort of agreed upon it last night with Centroid. And it's been a damn good laugh. I'm having a great time here.
It's been a lot of fun.
And, you know, I spend a lot of time on Skype calls with Marc, and I said to him, I was like, I'll give you a Skype call tomorrow if you want, and we'll just run a live stream from it. We'll just have a natter, have a laugh, and then sort of everyone in the chat can join in. And I think it'd be a good giggle, basically. I see Russ from Droning About Northwest come into the chat, and I was like, do you want to join us, mate? Because I know you're a good laugh as well. And here we are. You know, still going like 2 hours later. It's been an absolute pleasure. You know,
Yep.
the
and
time
13 are watching.
Yeah, the time has flown.
I think the actual count is getting close to being real now.
I think it's leveling off.
Possibly, yeah, probably.
You want to do a roll call?
Yeah, let's do a roll call just for example's sake. We did one earlier when it was reporting that no people were watching on the stream. Just hit 1 in the chat if everybody would, please. And we'll just have a little roll call. I know some people might be lurking or busy or whatnot. And we'll just see how many people are in, because I still don't think this number's right, potentially. So there we go. Let's see them ones roll in. All 5. Now it's over-reporting to compensate. You know. Hello, Robert Stanton. I hope you're well, buddy.
What?
It's the first time I've seen you in the chat, mate. It's shown up for the roll call. Yeah, man. Great to see you. And it's saying to me here that I'm not actually subscribed to you. You have a new sub from me now, mate. So all good. Welcome to the live stream and this great community that is slowly building up bit by bit, and everybody in this chat is brilliant. Please check out Robert Stanton. I'm just having a little look behind the scenes here about what he's doing. So I've got an Osmo Pocket on the go. I know you'll be good friends with Crags. He loves his Osmo Pocket. Looks like he does drone videos and that as well. I'm just having a look. Oh yeah, man, that looks really good. I'm interested to know what drone you use, mate. To be fair, your footage looks fairly good quality, so yeah, I'm just interested to know. If you like drones, you're in the right place, mate. I'm going to post a link to Roger's channel. I don't know if you've been there before, but if you haven't visited the Canadian Drone Hub yet, It is a rite of passage, basically, for anybody who's on YouTube flying drones to subscribe to Roger at the Canadian Drone Hub and drop into one of his streams. So yeah, that's good. Rattle Trap Fishing, great to see you, buddy. I popped in their live stream last night, for the first time. I only met him recently. Great channel. I had a good laugh in your live stream. Great to meet you. So another new face tonight. Excellent stuff. Yeah, so we've covered practical jokes, haven't we? Yeah, it's great to see you, Rattle Trap. That's all good. So what drones are you guys aiming to get then? I'll start with Russ on that one.
Honestly, I am really wanting the Phantom 5, but I don't want to be the first person to own it. I don't want to be one of those people that finds out all the glitches. Because I'm starting to use my drones for actual work and stuff, doing real estate photography and everything like that. I think it will actually help me. Now I'm not just doing aerial photography for real estate. I'm actually doing interior and exterior, just regular photography as well. So it's kind of starting to pick up a little bit. So I think it's going to pay for a Phantom 5 by the time the Phantom 5 comes out. It's supposed to be out sometime early summer, they say. And this is actually people who are close to DJI are starting to say second quarter, end of second quarter, whatever.
Yeah, man.
So.
Well, I mean, the Mavic 2 was rumoured, wasn't it, for several months before an official release. The Osmo Pocket got rumoured and sort of images leaked about a month before they announced it as well. So it sort of does give credence to any sort of leaks, doesn't it? That the past few sort of leaks have led to something that's materialised. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. In the chat, someone said Pusa Studios is another great channel. Yeah, in the background here, I'm just finding their channel. This is, to anybody who doesn't know of Pusa Studios, husband and wife team from Montreal, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, there we go. From Montreal. And they do live streams, they do original videos as well. They do guest streams where they bring on people who are actually quite famous and stuff, and are quite influential in all different circles. And they also do a live stream, like a channel support live stream with a wheel of shout outs where you can win a shout out. We're literally between 100 and 250 people watching, of which I've won the wheel twice in the past, by sheer dumb luck, basically. Yeah, but that's the link in the chat to Pusa Studios. And I know last night, I'm not going to 100% claim it was me, but they was live streaming and it was get Pusa Studios to 6K. And Roger came in and he said, pop over and raid them, whatever, tell everybody to subscribe. And when I popped over there was on 5993. So I had about 25 to 30 people in at that point. So I asked everybody to go over there and, show them the support and sub to them. And then within about 2 minutes, everyone in the chat was saying, I've just been over there, subbed. And then people were saying they've just hit 6K. And then I was in their stream earlier on for the Wheel of Shoutouts. And apparently they went down to 5980 overnight. So now they're back on the road to 6K again. I'm not laughing like that. I'm laughing more at the strangeness of it rather than the circumstance. But I think it is YouTube rinsing subs essentially. Where they sort of take them off you to gear them back. They're just checking about the legitimacy of the subs. Because they said in the studio beta they're actually still registering as 6,010.
Yeah.
And in my YouTube studio beta, I'm always registering, without fail, at least about 5 to 8 subs more than the normal one says. But, the normal one, the normal dashboard, apparently is the one to go by. So, unknown. And Social Blade says the same thing, the official number on the normal dashboard, not the beta one. So.
But the Social Blade sometimes can be a day behind.
Yeah, it lags too.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird that the beta and the regular dashboard, like you're saying, have two different numbers on them. Because I switch between the two every now and then because there's some analytics that are just better on beta. But then like uploading and different things are, I think, better on the regular dashboard. But yeah, and you'll go and you'll see that you have a few more people on beta than you do on. For me, it's always been I have a few more on beta than on regular. I don't know why.
Yeah. For example, say any live stream I do, it can take up to like 2, maybe 2.5 days before I'll see like any watch time analytics of that. But on the beta, it's usually next day. You know, you get the info, and I mean, there's a YouTube Studio app for the iPhone as well, which seems to be even quicker than the Studio Beta app, the YouTube Studio Beta on your desktop, should I say? I mean, that gives you your readouts within a few hours. You know, so
I haven't used that.
Yeah, it's called YouTube Studio on iPhone. It'd probably be available for Android as well, but that seems to have really up-to-date like analytics on it. Well worth getting, completely free. Don't ever bother you about buying anything or out like that. I don't know if it's an official YouTube app either, but it seems to, if you log in, it seems to have all your information and that. It must be an official app. So, unknown. Why they wouldn't incorporate that into the desktop dashboard, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's more just the one that's on the regular dashboard. I think that's the one when you see like analytics or watch time, and you see subs on there. Those are ones that they have actually gone through and they do their verification sometimes. I think that's what you actually see on there. Whereas some of the other places, it's unverified stuff, unverified views, unverified minutes, unverified subs, but who knows? If anybody has it figured out, I would like to know. But it seems like every single channel that says, "Oh, I figured out the YouTube engines and all this stuff," there's so many people that say the same thing and have completely different ideas on how it works. So,
yeah, you mean about the algorithms and
their algorithms and stuff, yeah,
and how they're actually doing the page and everything like that. Yeah, it's mostly speculation. I'm willing to bet they're changing it as they go along as well. You know, so you're not going to be right for very long, even if you do figure it out. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So it's not even worth speculating about. I just think if I lose subs, you know, I'll just have to earn them back. Simple as that.
Yep.
You know, it's the same for everybody at the minute. I try not to dwell on, you know, sub numbers going down and, you know what I mean, things like that. And when you get them error reports in your analytics where it's saying some data's underreported and stuff, you just have to get on with it, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Steve. I don't know why everybody pushes for 1,000 subs, because when it comes down to it, it's harder to get the watch time than it is the subs.
Much harder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I don't know why people push for subs. You should be pushing for watch time. I mean, yeah, you raise your number of subs, but just having subs doesn't mean you're going to get the watch time.
nope. Look at me. I'm within like what 40 something or whatever of being at 1,000. Yeah, I have just under 2,000 watch hours. So I'm half of the watch time.
Yeah, so that'd be about 140,000 watch minutes, wouldn't
it? No, I think it would be 120,000 is 2,000 hours. But I think I'm at like 117 or 118 or something like that. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in like 5 or 6 days.
How long have you been on YouTube, Russ? How long have you been doing it?
I have been doing it since February. Is today the 8th?
Today is the 7th.
It's the 8th for me.
It's the 8th for Steve.
Yeah.
So Steve is celebrating my 1-year YouTube anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I started last year on February 8th.
Nice. So you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, most of my watch hours are from that one falling mountain. All my videos on that just seem to blow up.
What is it? Yeah, I've been watching that. That's amazing, those videos.
Now, my pledge from a long time ago was, as soon as I get to 1,000 subs, I'm going to release, officially upload my crash footage from this.
There you go.
Mavic.
Full speed into a post. You don't actually see it sort of disintegrate, but you see literally the full speed. The cached video from the phone. Literally full speed into a post. Which I know would probably get more views than anything else I've ever done. And I think
people love carnage.
And I think I'm going to have to put a watermark all around it as well, just so you can only just see what's going on, because I don't want to end up on some fail compilation. Because you actually see me and my friends' faces look of despair as it flies past, and I realise it's going to hit that post. So I really don't want to be the guy who wrecked a Mavic, rather than, I think it'll undermine what I do. That's why I've not ever posted the footage, even though I thought that might get me far posting that, But I thought, no, I want to maintain my integrity of what I've done so far until I get to 1K, and then I'll reward everybody who supported me by releasing the footage. You know what I mean? So once I get to 1,000 subs, 1,000 subs, and you'll see my crash video get uploaded with a running commentary, of my feelings on the day and everything, So you'll get the full, I might even lay some like royalty-free violin music, in the background as well. That really sad sort of slow violin as you like in slow motion into the post. You know what I mean? As I describe my look of despair, really lay it on thick.
Now, Russ, I got to ask you that I don't know if it's not a challenge of any sort of, getting to a certain level of views or subs, but aren't you supposed to be eating crickets soon, or have you already done it?
No, that happens in 4 months. It's with Asgard Studios.
Yeah.
And it's going to be July 1st, I think, is the date that he set it for. I think it's his 1 year thing on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, it sounds pretty random unless it's one of your guys' YouTube anniversaries or something. Yeah, have fun with that.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally going to be doing it.
I suggest a little hot sauce with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm eating crickets with Asgard, and then for my 1,000 subs, which is coming up very soon, my daughter is going to buzz my hair.
Nice.
Yep. So I'm actually, I don't, it's kind of funny, but now that I came out and said that and told a whole bunch of people, now I'm kind of reluctantly trying to gain subs. Because I'm like, I've said it. You can't say it and then not do it. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm going to look like I did when I was 6.
Hello, Dangerous Criminals. Thank you for joining us. Dangerous Criminals recently is 1K, so congratulations, mate. I did congratulate you last night as well, but that 1K, I mean, the 1K is sort of like, it is a significant milestone for a lot of people, so congratulations. Fly Natural's in as well. Great to see you, buddy. Always is. And I like your logo change as well, mate. That looks really cool. Craigs is still in the chat. I did post just back up in the chat there. Please visit my good friend Roger at the Canadian Drone Hub, and I posted the channel link. Roger is a legend. I can only kiss your bum so much, Roger, you know what I mean? In the nicest of ways, you know what I mean? That's all good. You don't ask me to, but I do, because you've done so much for my channel and whatnot. Now, I noticed you put in the chat, Russ, that you're going live at 10:30 tonight. I
am, yep.
Will that be Eastern time?
Eastern time, so 7:30 Pacific, and what is that? Like 3:30 in the morning for you.
I'm pretty sure I'll be there. Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, will you?
yeah. Don't worry about that. Centroid knows I'm a night owl. It's all good. If I know someone's going to be streaming and I want to watch it enough, I'll keep myself up. I'll play a game. I'll take the dog for a walk. I'll do other things. You know what I mean? So That's all good, mate. I'll be there, mate. It's all right. Even if I
Nice.
have to set an alarm, I'll doze off on here for an hour, get me power nap, and then I'll be in for it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, don't set an alarm for it. But yeah, it's funny that we kind of talked about drone stories and stuff today, because that's actually kind of what I was gonna do, is just have a bunch of people come in and tell their worst and best drone stories. That was kind of
nice.
my theme for tonight. So
Yeah, nice one, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. I can't remember. Has it been a while since you've done a live stream?
no, I did one last week, but it was right after I got back from vacation and stuff. But Marc actually did the one for me when I was on my vacation. So
Yeah,
And
I was
I
in for
wanted to
that,
pop in. Yeah, and I wanted to pop in for your stream last week, but Steve was helping me out with some glitches I was having after my live stream. So I think I was just coming in last week, right when you were ending.
yeah, you got in. Yeah, you got in like a minute before we all took off.
Yeah, but obviously, if you're ever streaming around, well, between 9 and 12 Eastern time, if I'm not in, yeah, you know, I'll have to hold my hands up. I might be asleep, you know.
Yeah. Hey, no problems. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, if you're on, just pop in. I'll send you a link.
Oh yeah,
I
nice one, man.
I still use Hangouts. I haven't quite graduated to the OBS completely yet, but
That's cool. Next Thursday, I'm going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to be doing an OBS workshop live stream. So anybody can write in on the chat and ask how to do things, and I'll do my best to explain it in an easy sort of way to get it rigged up the way people want it. You know, I was originally going to do a guide video. I've mentioned this a few times, but to do one specific thing, you need to know how to do another thing and another thing and another thing before it. So just trying to tell people how to set up a certain thing in the space of 2 or 3 minutes isn't possible. I thought if I do a workshop, I'll start off with the fundamentals for the first 20 minutes to a half hour, getting your settings right for the machine you've got, what the bitrate settings do, what resolution you should be choosing for what equipment you've got, and then all different kinds of basic setups for anybody to sort of pick up on to rig up themselves quite easily. And then if anybody wants to ask questions on anything more complex, then I'll help out the best I can, basically, because I'm in no way an expert, but I would consider myself at least adept or getting towards adept at, intermediate OBS sort of fiddling, if you know what I mean. So, Fly Natural asks, what's the topic tonight, guys? Or is it just business talk? Literally, there is no set topic tonight. It is a Wing It Thursday. It was essentially a Skype call with me and Marc. We have a laugh, shoot the breeze, and whatnot. As droning about Northwest, just put in there. I think that's why it's popped in my head, that saying, mate, so I just spotted it in the chat. Russ joined us early on, and and we're still here chatting away. So we're just having a great time, and that's what it's all about, So it's turned into a little bit of a support stream, talking about drones, talking about all sorts,
Speaking about support, can I say something about Fly Natural that I think that he does recently? The Sunday morning sunrise catch that they do. Okay. It's really good. If anybody doesn't know this, there's a few guys. Fly Natural's one of them. Drone Bum, I think Dennis Lovelady. Every Sunday morning, they all at different time zones they catch the sunrise on a live stream with their drones, and so they're kind of staggered in the morning. And I find it really nice. I get up, I get a cup of coffee, and these guys are just flying and chatting. It's a really nice thing. It's a novel idea. It's something different that I haven't seen. So if anybody gets a chance to see that on Sunday mornings, not a bad thing. They do a good job.
I'll tell you what I would love to see on that topic. I mean, if you're setting up a drone to do a time lapse or something, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a montage of sunrise time lapses. I think that. I think that would make a great video. If I'm giving you, if you want to use the idea, that's fine with me. You know, I'd love to see it. That's why I'm suggesting it. You know, but I'm not willing to do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm usually going to sleep as the sun comes up. You know.
Yes. You are a vampire.
I know. Yeah. Well, look, that's me drink. Look, you know what I mean? You can't see it, but you know that is virgin's blood. You know, so you know.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, fine, man. It's not a big deal. It's a wonderful idea, and I wouldn't promote it if I didn't think it was cool. So it's my pleasure.
There we go.
So I was on a phone call with the wife. We were coordinating who was picking up the kid. What did I miss? What's the idea? Sorry, I'm the only one who didn't hear it.
Marc was promoting Fly Natural's live stream where on certain mornings, or is it every morning, Marc?
Sunday mornings, I think.
Oh, Sunday mornings, yeah.
I think if he can confirm that for me, I think it's mostly Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Are you talking about his sunrise?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they do it staggered because they're all in relatively different time zones. So you can watch one, and then you can pop over to the next stream and catch the sunrise on their stream. And they're doing it live from their Mavic or from whatever device they're flying their drone with, which is cool.
Hello, Drone Tread on me. You all right, buddy? The idea that I had was if there's to do a time lapse of sunrises on like a separate thing, if there's a few of them there, you know what I mean, get one guy doing the time lapses, you know, 399 foot high, you know what I mean, with a nice sort of angle, do a time lapse and then sort of do a montage of sunrise time lapses. I think that would look really, really nice. Yeah, man, I'd love to see it. That's why I've suggested it. It popped into my head and I was like, dude, do that, please. You know. Yeah. There we go. I'm just having a look. 40 Below Life says, wait there, I'm just catching up there. That's what I was worried about. My camera only lasts about 15 minutes outside in minus 34 below zero. So I'm definitely scared to launch a drone and have it crash. Yeah, super low temperatures, I would be very careful. Yes, indeed, yo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be launching a drone in because she's talking about minus 34 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
It's not even Celsius. So actually, it's probably almost close to the same thing on both. It's probably maybe minus 40 Celsius.
Yeah, they get pretty close. They get pretty close at some point. But it's hard on the plastic and it drains the batteries. It works them really hard. It's tough. I mean, they do sell heated batteries now, don't they? Or some way of heating certain things. So
I would worry about the props becoming brittle because I mean, you put plastic in that amount of cold, it changes a little bit of its properties there.
Yeah, Fly Natural says the order is Drone Bum, Philly Drone Life, Dennis Lovelady, Fly Natural, and then Jim Hightower. So I'm guessing in different time zones and locations. That sounds really cool. That's an awesome idea, Fly Natural. I'm just thinking on a Sunday morning, so sunrise would be around 6 or 7 a.m. You know, it's around that over here. So it'd be about dinner time for me, that'd be all right, you know. Sunday, I'll keep an eye out for it. But the thing is, I work Friday and Saturday nights down a very, very busy rock club run by bikers. And, you know, the after parties tend to get a bit messy. So on a Sunday, I'm generally, you know, I'm worse than a zombie. You know, I'm sub Frankenstein's monster levels of intelligence and charisma, basically. You know?
Shoot, we need to hear a couple stories about this the after parties here that you have probably witnessed.
Many.
There's got to be a lot of good stories there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. I actually do a second channel. You know, I'm not one for usually promoting this channel or anything. I try and keep the two very separate, but seeing as you are asking, I'm going to put the link into my other channel. Now, this channel is called Absolute Bar Steward. It's hosted at the Rock Club where I work, midweek when nobody's about. And me and a girl who I work with called Beth, we do insane sort of internet drinking challenges and come up with other drinking challenges of our own, including like raw eggs and gin, We also made some, what do you call it, Carolina Reaper chili sambuca, where we bought 16 dried Carolina Reaper pods, and then reduced them down into one single bottle of chili sambuca, with all of it in, and we did a shot each of that, and that was absolutely brutal. So I'm going to post a link into Absolute Bar Steward. This is my alternate channel. Nothing's been posted for around 7 months, but there is plans to start back up soon in the summer months once I've finished this job that I'm going to be doing soon, and I've got a ton more money to be throwing at expensive drinks and like cocktail equipment and stuff, basically. So that's the link to Absolute Bar Steward in there if you want to take it out. Check it out, should I say. Not take it out. Take it out for a nice meal, you know, and whatnot. But that's it if you want to check it out. So feel free. Now, on that channel, anything goes, language-wise especially. The language is foul. The drinking challenges are foul for the most part. Yeah, it's a far cry from what I do on here, but I equally enjoy doing that. It's just a case of circumstances at the minute, as to why it's on hold. But we are planning live streams on that channel doing drinking challenges and whatnot. So, you know, check it out if you think that sounds like a good idea.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it sounds like a terrible idea, which is why it sounds like a good watch.
Yeah, right.
16 Reaper peppers into one thing. Yeah, that's never a good idea, but I'm willing to watch you suffer through it.
Yeah. Underneath that video where you seen me in all the high vis gear, it's like a hazmat suit. I'm not kidding, mate. That was necessary. I'm not kidding. Crags has said, do check out Absolute Bar Steward. Great channel. Crags is a good friend of mine and is a regular down the club where I work as well. Yeah, it's a great place. I love working there. So, yes, indeed-o. So, we've been going 2 hours, 25 minutes, and still 15 people watching. I don't know if that's overcompensating for the lack of viewers earlier, but I don't know. You know, I think there probably is around 15 people in here. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around so long. I am truly honoured that people stick around for so long, just for me to, you know, doss about on live stream and that. Mike Kelly just came in. Good evening, gang. Thank you, mate. You are welcome in here. I'm just going to double check something there. Now, I'm guessing that's your child, Russ?
It is.
Yeah,
he's
man.
yelling at Mark's horrible atrocity of a hat that he's wearing. He's saying that's the wrong team.
I don't follow sports. This was a gift.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I'll let you have it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, he just got home. So
Nice. What's his name?
his name is Colin.
Oh, nice name.
His latest gig is to bring home every cold cold that is known to man within the 30-mile radius and give it to his parents.
That's what babies do.
Yeah, man. Well, the good thing is, getting colds now is a good thing. Then the immune system will be set up for life, you know what I mean? A lot of people over-sterilise everything, don't they? And then people are just like susceptible to everything later in life, you know? Yeah, I completely disagree with parents completely bleaching everything all the time, you know? Everything has to be sterilised. I mean, kids are meant to be dirty and rummaging around in the mud, you know what I mean? That's the thing. Yeah.
I think it's slowed down a little bit, but there was a point in time where people were just so obsessive about just using hand sanitizer all the time. So I think that's died down a little bit at least.
Yeah, after everybody's hands started cracking from all the alcohol being absorbed into their skin.
Now, wasn't there a thing a few years ago where people was actually drinking hand sanitizer? Because it was something like 90% alcohol or something.
But it's the wrong type of alcohol, though. It's not the
apparently
type.
Apparently it was effective. I think it was the same sort of alcohol, yeah. But it was in that gel, you know, that weird foam or gel, and people was drinking it. But you've got all sorts of other additives in there which have got to be poisonous. You know.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Just a little bit.
So that's your kid's introduction to live streaming, is it?
Yeah, he's been on mine a few times. But yeah, he's usually a lot more wiggly than he was there, so he's usually a little tougher to keep on the stream for very long.
Do you have this stream at 10:30? Hello there. I hope you're well. Great to see you.
That's my wife. Her name is Ashley.
Hello. I don't know if your wife can hear me, but
no, she can't hear me.
Yeah,
or she can't. She can hear me.
Yeah,
Although she would probably rather hear you guys than not hear me, but no.
Come on, Russ, this is your chance to promote her channel, man.
Yeah,
she got a channel too.
She does. She has a channel, guys. Let's see if I can link it in here for you guys.
Yeah, please do.
I will. Yeah, she does. So her channel is more based on just family life of our life. So if anybody wants to see me look like a dork even more often, her channel is the absolute place to see that.
Yes, Russ always has wonderful hairstyles in his videos. I gotta say.
Yes. And most of them are me not even trying at all. It's more just me not trying, and therefore everything. Kid is trying to grab my.
He is just poking at you.
Oh, he's trying to grab my thing. All right, so here's her channel, guys.
Okay, post that in the link. So I'm not sure if I've got a channel there. I'm just gonna check that out. Put that in a new tab in the background.
Fun videos.
Yeah, you might have actually seen some of her stuff, Steve, because she's been in Roger's channel quite a few times, so it's possible.
Okay, yeah. I'm not actually subbed, but you now have a new sub from me, so good.
There you go.
Yes. Fly Natural asked me, do I have any kids? I don't have any kids. No, I don't.
That he knows about.
That I know about. I shouldn't even joke about it, really, but yeah. No, I don't have any kids by choice, basically. You know, we'll see how things go, but I've never had any ambitions to have kids. I like the free and easy life, basically. My sister has kids, and my younger sister is too young to have kids, but I'm sure she'll have kids when she grows up. So I'm like, I'd rather just not have kids. You know, they're carrying the family line, and I'm happy to take a back seat and have an easy life. Basically, I know it's quite selfish of me, but yeah, that's the way I see it. Can't say it any fairer or clearer than that, basically.
Yeah.
What's going on with these hats, guys?
Somebody was just wanting to see Dangerous Criminals was saying he liked the prison orange hat behind me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm putting it on. It's even more orange than the Orangeman hat that Marc is wearing. So, but yeah, this hat cost $2,100 because we had to buy a big canvas tent, and this hat came with the tent.
And all you wanted was the hat.
Oh, he one-upped me? Hold on a second.
It's Craig David.
Here we go.
Oh,
plummy.
it's not orange, man. It's not orange.
I got the daughter's earmuffs, and I can't even get them around my... There we go.
Yeah. Hello there, Paranation. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping in. Tonight, obviously, a bit more chilled out. We're just talking about whatever, just having a good laugh. And thank you for everyone joining us tonight. I'm being very liberal with the blue wrenches tonight. I'm giving them out to the people who have supported me for so long and who I've never had issues with, put out good content, and I see them around other places as well. So if you've noticed anybody, you should have blue wrenches and whatnot as I've gone along. You know, I've done that sort of just on the quiet. You might have noticed, you might have not. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm pretty sure you've all got blue wrenches now. You're part of the crew. You know what I mean? So any hint of troll, you know, even a whiff of troll on any stream that I do, and you're in for it, you know, feel free. You're at liberty to dismiss them. You know, with ruthless efficiency. You know, because I know a few people are having issues with trolls. That's the last I'm going to say on it. But you have fire at will, you know, thingy from me, authorization, as it were. So
action first, apologize later, right?
yes, yeah. Okay. And I'll review it later if I think might not have been a troll or whatever. But I trust everybody in here, so it's all good. Right then, let's explain these hats. I'll start with Russ.
So yeah, I was just honestly just trying to outdo Marc's Carhartt hat that he put on.
Okay.
But those are my daughter's earmuffs, and I promise they're hers.
Okay.
Sure they are.
They're not mine. No.
Okay.
They really are hers.
And what's the hat that you've got there, Marc?
It's just an orange hat. It's my favorite color. That's the only reason why I had the other hat, to be honest with you. But I don't know how long I should be wearing this because I might be accused of trying to being an FPV imposter at this point.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's what you said. While we was on that Skype call, we popped in on that live stream, didn't we, the other night?
Yeah.
And you went, oh, these FPV guys are like the cool skater kids, aren't they, of the drone community? You know what I mean? They've all got like beanie hats and like goatees and everything, aren't they? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, poser. Drone obsessed just called me a poser. Exactly. Thank you. Called me out. Thank you, Drone obsessed, Jerry. I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, maybe I should make a
there you go.
Hat out of these. Although those are even heavier than the.
Whoa. Yeah, man. Do you reckon you could incorporate some tinfoil into the design?
Oh, absolutely.
See, yeah, man. See, I can't break my own rules. It's not out of foil. Hey, you got a fashion.
Oh, listen to him.
I said my rules. I can't break my rules. You can break the rules all you want.
So, availability then for Sunday. I don't know if you guys have heard of a YouTube channel called Shane Dawson. Have you ever heard of this guy?
I've heard from you only.
Yeah. Have you heard of this guy, Ross?
I don't think so.
Shane Dawson has got 20 million subscribers, and he does conspiracy theory videos in a very interesting sort of way. Some of his videos are like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes long, and I've found myself watching them back to back, some of them. I've now took to writing notes and taking down key sort of subjects that he covers. So on Sunday, I'm going to title the stream Shane Dawson, my favourite conspiracy theories, essentially, and talk about some of the details that is gone into and maybe add a little bit into it myself and whatnot. Are you available on Sunday potentially for a tinfoil hat stream?
I might not be.
Okay.
I wish I was, but we have a friend. Well, you know what? I'm not on my channel, so I can say it. But we have a friend that is pregnant, and she's revealing it to everybody, and they're doing like a reveal whether it's a boy or girl, and all at the same time. And so we're going to be at their house. But
okay.
I'm hoping nobody would. I don't think anybody knows her. She's not a YouTuber. She's not. It's just she's doing a thing on Facebook. So
okay.
But that'll be at 2:00 our time. So that would be 10 your time, I think. So that's usually about when you go on, isn't it?
You're saying 2 in the afternoon?
Yes. For me. So it'd be 10 p.m. your time.
Are you on Eastern time, you say?
No, I'm Pacific. So
I'm
okay. 8 hours.
For me.
So
What time is your stream? I guess I should ask that before I say I can't.
I start at 10 p.m.
Yeah, so it's going to be right when we're up there.
I don't mind if while we're streaming, if you come in on the chat or whatever, I'll keep a space open or I'll make a couple of different scenes in OBS for a quick transition in case you want to jump in, mate, and you've got yourself a hat ready. The offer remains open for you, mate. How's about
Absolutely.
that? Yeah, there we go.
Sounds good. I love being on the... I have been waiting for coming on the next stream. Like I said, I'm really trying to get this thing into a hat of some sort. So it might be like 4 rolls of tinfoil, as well as like some kind of belt chin strap or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks kind of heavy. I hope your head and neck are up to that. Well, I need to build a brace that you can lean against.
I may need a second hat after about the first 20 minutes of streaming, or I might just be talking like this for the rest, you know. And
just slowly start listing.
Hello there, Ice Spike. I hope you're well, mate. Welcome to the stream, as always. Thank you for dropping in. And like I say, if you haven't checked out Ice Spike, please do. Does all sorts of live streams, and his drone footage is crazy. Really, really good stuff. There's one video he did which really sort of blew me away. He was riding that lovely red trike that he's got, and he was sort of flying his drone at the same time. That was some great footage you got there, mate. Real original as well. Obviously, nice open roads and everything in Australia, so perfect place to do it, I guess. You know.
Yep. And the dancing skeleton, don't forget.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing. Are you going to have some sort of mechanism so that once the sand goes to the bottom, you can turn it back over?
Oh, there you go.
No, that's what I was wondering, is if I could make it somehow into a hat on both sides. So when I'll just like undo my strap, flip it, redo it, it only lasts 5 minutes. It's supposed to be a timeout chair for toddlers, but the wife got it for me.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that tinfoil hat that I've got, I mean, I'm keeping that one for a couple of weeks. I put a lot of effort into that. That thing weighs a bloody ton. That's like nearly 4 rolls of tinfoil right there into this massive beehive. I think you've seen it, haven't you? And occasionally during the stream, if it looks like my head's tilting back, I'm just resting it against the wall behind me, basically. It's that heavy. It looks like I'm nodding off, but I'm just resting it, because otherwise you end up with a bad neck. You know what I mean? My neck's still recovering from last Sunday. You know what I mean? Really does add that ballast. It makes you feel a bit like, I was going to say sick, but I'd say more dizzy, if you know what I mean. It makes your head's always off balance. It throws you off balance as well, you know, just because you've got all that weight on your head all that time. It's a bit disorientating, you know, especially when you're on the tail end of like a heavy weekend, and you Sunday night you're wearing one of them, and you're sweating cobs, the heating's on, and it's really got no ventilation to it. You're just sweating, and you're sort of like hungover, and you're trying to conduct a live stream, you know, and you've got this thing like massive weight swinging your head about. You know, it's sort of like, you know.
But you are safe from the aliens.
Oh yes, very much so. Yeah, the insulation is great on that thing, and obviously a lot of people ask me, you know, do I get a great TV reception on it? Yes, I do. Yep.
Gosh, I remember those days, man. When I was a kid, I remember taking the spiral wire out of notebooks, and I took the spiral wire out of like 9 notebooks, and I made myself an antenna that went all the way out my window, all the way up to my parents' roof, and like attached to the actual TV antenna that they had, because they had one of those big ones that goes up, and then it has like the multiple wires or whatever off the top of it.
It looks like a clothes hanger, clothes rack.
Yeah, like a clothes rack. And I absolutely got like the best radio in the house. It was awesome. I was so proud of myself. Although I didn't, I had to kind of staple all my notebooks together because my mom wouldn't buy me any new ones. So.
Yeah, nice. Ice Spike says, I had my uncle on the back of my trike a few days ago, and today he arrives back in the UK. So I hope he's had a good time with you in Australia, mate. And, you know, he'll get back to the UK, and he'll get back to them grey paved streets and these concrete buildings, and he'll think, why didn't I stay in Australia? You know, everything's grey in the UK. It is as miserable as it looks, you know. It's very rare you see a building that isn't that weird sort of drab shade of brown like brick or grey like concrete. Very rare. I'm not kidding. And then obviously it's always overcast at very least as well. It's very rare you get a bright sunny day round here, even in summer. right? It's not always raining as bad as people think, but
Australia, though, that is one of the places that is absolutely like in the top 3 of my list of places to go.
Yeah, I'd love to go there one day.
Oh.
Ice Spike, if I ever make it to Australia, mate, I'd love a meet up with you. I really would. Yeah, man. I know it's a big country, but, I'd love a meet up, mate, if I ever swing by, as it were, so...
And Mars. So Mars and Ice Spike, how far away do you guys live from each other? Or do you guys know how far away you live from each other? Because Mars is right there in Australia, too.
There we go. Just having a look. So, yeah. I'm just having a look there in the chat. I'm just keeping up to date with it. That's cool. Centroid's having a good back and forth with Love My Drones there. Ice Spike says 3,000 kilometres apart.
That's a long ways.
So that's about...
one side to the other.
Yeah, opposite sides. Yeah, blooming heck. Oh, I'd love to do like a road trip through the outback one day. That'd be brilliant. But obviously, I'd want like an RV for that. It looks brutal. It's one of like the most desolate places on earth, isn't it? The Australian outback. But I mean, just untouched wilderness, basically. But that's just it's a pipe dream at the minute. So yeah, thank you, Ice Spike, for dropping by, mate. That's all. Very,
thanks
very
a lot,
good.
man.
Yes.
Love your channel.
Yes. Well, at this rate, mate, we'll be raiding your stream. Just rolling on. Yeah, man. So here's one, Ice Spike. I think he was in for the conspiracy stream where we covered this, but apparently there is some conspiracy theorists that believe Australia doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm not kidding, mate. Yeah, and I'm not saying I believe that. I think that's a load of tosh, as it were.
As you say that, Mars and Ice Spike disappear from chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's fishy, yeah. No, do you want to hear the conspiracy theory? It'll be fairly quick. Essentially, back in the 16, 17, and 1800s, when the British had an overwhelming amount of prisoners, the prisons were overflowing. Essentially, the British Empire made up Australia because it was sort of like undiscovered-ish by then by most people, or most people have never been around that way. They invented Australia as a means to essentially get these prisoners rounded up on ships and then sort of like pretend to sail them off to sea. Then they'd all be executed, right? And then the boats would come back, right? And they'd keep doing the same thing. So no prisoners ever went there. Australia doesn't exist. And up to present day, the world, like governments and that, have kept up the myth, essentially, that Australia doesn't exist. And anybody who visits Australia, you're not actually visiting Australia. You're actually visiting somewhere in South America, which is set up to look like Australia. And everybody who you meet is actors. So for anybody who's ever been to Australia, apparently you're not speaking to Australians, you're speaking to actors pretending to be Australian, or they're from other nationalities. Essentially some people believe that.
It can't be that far from the truth, because if any of you two have seen Mars's video of him dancing in that maid outfit, that dude is definitely got to be an actor. No way.
I'm glad you warned me about that. I'm going to avoid that video now. That's not a side I need to avoid it.
That's one of those things where you wake up and you're like, oh crap, it's burned in my brain. Right?
Yeah, based on the fact you said it's something you can't unsee. That's enough for me to say. Stay away.
Man. Hello, Space Galleria. I hope you're doing well, buddy. PMDB, Paul Michael David Bain. I always say your name, mate. I think it's quite a cool name. We're still live, mate. Still going. One of the longest streams I've done for a long time. I'm having a damn good laugh tonight. Thank you, everybody who's still here with us. I'm still happy to carry on if you guys are.
Yeah, I got to get going in a little bit, but I can go in another 15, 20 minutes or so.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think we'll round up about then. What do you reckon, Centroid?
I'm good.
Yeah, man, that's all good. Yeah, thank you for popping in, Space Galleria. That's all good. So,
so have you heard about drop bears, Steve?
what's that? Sorry,
A drop bear,
a drop
the
bear.
killer koala bear.
No, I haven't. No.
Oh yes, they are famous and the most dangerous animal in Australia.
Okay.
It's a form of koala bear. So they look like koala bear. You wouldn't even know the difference if you looked at one. But it's an actual like really aggressive carnivore koala bear. And they stay in trees and they wait for an unsuspecting person, and usually they pick off the tourists because the tourists are the ones who walk underneath of them and don't know. But the locals, the local Australians, they know what the drop bears are. And so the tourists, if you walk underneath one of these koala bears, they will drop down and they decapitate you immediately.
Huh? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about right, Mars? Mars just mentioned the drop bears earlier, so.
I'm gonna. What? Is this legit, or are you winding me up? You're pulling me leg, aren't you?
Oh, this is. It's legit. They're related to the snipe that you hunt for.
Nah,
as well,
you're winding me up.
There it is.
It's a hoax, man. I've got Google right here, man. I'm looking at the pictures, and that is one crazy Photoshop job. It's a koala with like vampire fangs and its claw like that, and all blood dripping out of its mouth. That is very disturbing, though. Now, what really puzzles me about koalas, or what surprised me about them actually, I'm sure I heard this on some like wildlife program, that apparently wild koalas are actually pretty much all like infected with chlamydia, right? But their bodies have evolved to handle it. I mean, I'm not putting my tinfoil hat on for this. And one of their main forms of defense is when they're up in the trees and there's predators after them, they actually urinate on them and give the predators chlamydia. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm going to have a quick look at that in the background. Koala bear. I mean, I'm probably going to get flagged on Google search for this. Koala bear chlamydia, right?
I would definitely use what is it? The form that doesn't take on cookies. Oh gosh, what's it called? Google, or is it Google? Google Incognito? Is it Incognito?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's a form of internet where you won't get any cookies from any site that you visit without agreeing to them.
Oh, so. Yeah.
Well, that's a conspiracy. Don't believe that one.
Yeah. No, here it is. I'm on Google, and National Geographic 2018. I'm just going to read the article. Chlamydia, a type of sexually transmitted disease also found in humans, has hit wild koalas hard, with some wild populations seeing a 100% infection rate. For over 2 decades, scientists have brought wild koalas into wildlife hospitals to treat their chlamydia with antibiotics. So I was partially right on that. I don't know if they deliberately urinate on the predators, but there's definitely evidence for chlamydia in koalas. But I don't know if I'm going to get flagged by Google for that.
Man.
So sounds like I've been going around attempting to give koala bears chlamydia. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So they might not drop down on you and take your head off, but they are going to make you have to go get some antibiotics.
You can just imagine that conversation, can't you, at the STI clinic?
Yeah.
So how did you get chlamydia then? I had a strange encounter with a koala bear.
And then the doctor's just like,
oh,
right.
Yeah, the koalas, yes. Right. with the quotation mark fingers, the koalas, yes. Yeah. Oh, here's another part to that Australia doesn't exist myth. Apparently, every animal that exists in Australia also doesn't exist, and anybody who's ever seen any of these animals, they're all animatronics.
Disney must have something to do with it then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Craig says it's true, they have chlamydia. Don't know about the rest, though. Yeah.
The rest is absolutely fake. But I forget. Somebody told me that, and I was the same way as Steve. I was like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like looking up. I'm like, "Oh, that looks terrible." Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it. You can see like in the mouth, one of the teeth is like goes down like this, and it's like, and then like you can see where they posted the tooth wrong, and it's like, okay, hold on a second. I can see fake when I see it.
Yeah. It's like, hold on a minute. You're pulling my leg.
Yep. But I'm really gullible at first take. I am very gullible. People can get me very easily, but then good old Google bails me out a lot.
Yes. Hello, Drone Obsessed. I hope you're doing well, buddy. He says he's going to watch Ken Heron now. I'll check in next time. Have a great evening. Yeah, I think I'll round up in about 10 minutes, maybe.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like a good time. It's in sort of the 3-hour mark on the stream, which is nice, and it don't overstay the welcome and all that lot. That's all good, and obviously don't want to take any viewers off Ken Heron, like, you know what I mean? That's all good.
I don't think he's.
I don't think you're gonna.
I don't think he'll be phased.
He got that Chronos camera?
No.
He got one of those Chronos, like 40,000 frames a second or whatever camera.
Oh,
nice.
Lord. That is nice.
Yeah, man. Well, me and Marc have been giggling, haven't we, about when you were streaming one time and someone came in and said, "Oh, you know, Ken Heron's streaming and that," and you know, Marc's like, "Oh yeah, I know."
Like I'm gonna put a dent in his viewing population.
Yeah. Well, like, I've said this already, but if that's the cake, and then I want this bit of cake, you know, that's it. Yeah, even 2% of his viewers, and I'd be happy. You know.
No, yeah. Juice. I know. Holy crap.
You know.
Yeah, because usually he has. Yeah, no, he usually has between 200 and 350 or more viewers. I've seen I've seen over 400 in there. Yep, exactly.
I'm just gonna search him real quick because I would like to raid him. You know.
Oh yeah.
like that's gonna get caught in the chat. You know what I mean?
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. He's probably gonna look at the chat and he probably won't even say anything.
No, but it'll be a giggle.
Oh yeah, we'll all get a good giggle out of it. Yeah. I'm totally in.
Well, I've got his stream running in the background. I'm gonna put the link in because we are winding down in about 5 minutes now. So obviously I'm gonna keep posting the link. Please go over there and put in hashtag. Yeah, hashtag aerial views raid. There we go, with a couple of exclamation marks. Please copy and paste it that way, and the more times it repeats in there, the more funny it'll look. For a split second, I thought I was looking at my own stream, and I thought, whoa, crikey, I've got 250 people watching. You know? Blooming heck, I'm doing something right. You know that's what you get when you stream at the same time as Ken Heron. You know, you get a slice of that action. Yeah. Right. Can I count this in on 5 because I don't want to put aerial views raid and literally my channel name comes up. It's just a one-man raid.
Yeah. Now, Mark, what we need to do, and it's kind of hard to plan with him right here, but let's just let him go and do his own. No, I'm just joking. I'm with you.
You're gonna stitch me up, aren't you?
Yes. Well, after what you did to me last night on B-Town.
Okay. There we go then. I've put aerial views raid there in the chat. I'll paste it in again real quick. There's a link to Ken Heron's there. If you would, just for a laugh, please, on the count of 10, we'll all put aerial views raid in, and please don't stitch me up and sail me down the river on my own. You know what I mean? That's all good. I just want to see if anything's said about it. Okay. So I'm going to count it down from 10. Okay. Droning about northwest. Yeah, that's cool.
Mark's already hit it.
Yeah, that's cool. Aerial views raid. Are we on it?
Yeah. All right, let's go do it.
Already on it. Right, I'm not counting it down. Please, everybody, keep spamming that aerial views raid in there. I'm going to do it every sort of 10 seconds or so.
I got to put the volume up.
Let him see it. Let him see it. There we go. I am doing an audio capture, so one of you guys, if you please just put it on there real quick.
He's got 266 watching right now.
Yeah. There we go. Keep repacing it every sort of 10-15 seconds maybe, and just see if it gets a mention. He's got subtitles on his live stream, but that's crazy. All right, I'm reposting it. Just do it every 10-15 seconds. I just want to giggle. You know what I mean? I'm just posting it in there. There we go. Oh, look at this. We've got a right raid on the go. Come on, Ken Aaron, shout me out. Come on. Come on. I need a shout out from Ken Aaron. Come on. Let's have it. Asgard's in here. There we go. Whoa, loads of familiar faces. EBR's come over. Bloomin' heck. My viewers are flatlined. Aerial views. Oh, crikey, look at this. Look at this. Is he going to read it out? Go on. Go on, read it out. He's going to think loads of people are coming in because it's scrolling past really quick. It's like aerial views, aerial views, aerial views, you know what I mean? Go on. Oh, this is well fun.
Oh, he's just blowing right by you.
Yeah, go on. Oh, he's brought the chat up, look. He's got to see it now. Come on. That's it. Come on. That's it. Krags is in here as well.
Did it, yes.
Krags is hitting it. And at the same time, he started streaming 9 minutes ago. So at the same time, EBR wasn't even in my chat. Oh, yeah, he is there. Yeah, sorry, mate. I've just called it out. I didn't see you in the chat for a second there. There we go. Look. I keep repacing it, look. There we go. It's reading out the super chats, look. I've got to keep repacing it till I get a shout out or get banned. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're either gonna get the shout out or he's gonna be like, yeah, he's never coming in here again.
Go on, look. Go on. He's got to be reading that chat. He must have caught it. Go on. Right.
I think he's gonna not do it.
He's not giving you the satisfaction, dude.
No.
Oh. That's crazy, man.
It was still fun. I enjoyed it.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was worth the chuckle.
Ken Aaron, I just brought 100 viewers your way, mate.
Yeah. He did go from like 260 to 30.
Yeah, he broke
311.
Yeah.
That was all. That was all me.
That was
all me. You know, that's all on me. Plumbing it. That was a right laugh to end the stream. That wasn't it? That was awesome. That. You know, thank you everybody who's watching. I do appreciate you coming over and staying with us for so long. We now are on 4 people watching. You know, I did say go over to Ken Aaron's stream, to be fair. Yep. You know, thank you very much for watching, everybody. And everybody who's just helped raid Ken Aaron's stream. I was hoping it'd at least go, oh, aerial views, thank you, mate. At least something like that, you know what I mean? But that's all good. And I will be live again on Sunday night with the Shane Dawson conspiracy live streams, the tinfoil hat live stream, should I say. Russ, would you like to say a quick goodbye and promote your live stream, mate, before you go?
Absolutely, yeah. So anybody who's still in here, if it's not just the 3 of us, but anybody else who's still in here, I will be on 7:30 Pacific. So in about 2.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
To 10:30 Eastern, and then UK time it would be 3:30 your time, I believe.
Yes, mate.
On every Thursday at that time. And I just come on every now and then. I'll have like a little theme that I'm doing tonight. It's gonna be your worst and best drone happenings.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have that stream scheduled?
I don't have it yet scheduled, so I don't have a link to it or anything yet.
Yeah.
But
as soon as it's scheduled, mate, I'm gonna hit the reminder on it. That's all cool. Yeah, man. I'd recommend in future so I can catch it, mate. I'd schedule it before about 10 o'clock. And then I'll always get the thingy for it. I know I get a bit lazy with the schedules, mate. Don't worry, it's easily done.
Yeah. I had a long webinar type thing with a manufacturer of our water coolers today, and like, you know, me who I do YouTube videos and all this stuff, watching that and watching how poorly they are able to handle video, audio, all that stuff was just, it was hard to watch for almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
sounds
man.
riveting.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
riveting.
it was really fun. It was about learning on this new ice machine / water cooler combination machine that they have now, and how to.
And were they really excited about it too?
Oh, they were excited about it and stuff, but it's like a lot of that stuff that I was watching, I was just like, okay, I mean, it's not different than what we've been doing.
Yeah, right.
So, and there was a couple questions that I had for them that I asked because, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was really, really boring. But
those are tough.
Part of it was the fact that they were trying to stream, like they literally had a laptop and they were just, doing this with their laptop.
Lord.
And they're streaming this to a bunch of dealers. And then the guy would switch over and they would like carry the laptop over to show inside of the water cooler, and it's oof.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the audio wasn't great.
No, it's one thing watching a boring sort of web seminar, but when it's not being hosted to the full capability either, you just it sort of like gets your your obsessive compulsive, doesn't it? You just want to go up there and just tell them, right, you need this, you need that. You know what I mean? You're doing a right botch job of this. Yeah,
because I mean, you can. I'm actually talking on a laptop right now, but I'm right in front of it.
Yeah.
But like when you have a laptop and I'm 15 feet over in this direction and you're just kind of pointing it, that audio sounds horrid. It sounds like somebody's 50 feet down a hallway. So that's what it sounded like the whole 2 hours and 40 something minutes or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So,
well, like I say, impromptu that you came on, Ross. Much appreciated, mate. Mastwick has just popped in. Later, all take care. Thank you for taking part in the aerial views raid, mate. A little bit disappointed it fell on deaf ears, but that's all good. I'm not holding it against him. His chat does move fast and is a busy man, so that's all good. And Centroid, do you want to round off the stream, mate, with a couple of final words before I say goodbye?
Bye.
Nicely said. Yeah, man. When are you When are you next streaming, Marc? Just to remind
I don't know.
everybody.
I might. I was just gonna go on for like a half an hour. I wanted to try the green screen and stuff, but I don't know if I'm up to it tonight. I was definitely gonna do it before Russ came on because I don't want to. I was trying to shut down last time before him, which I did, and but I don't know if I'm gonna go on or not. I plan on doing. Actually, I got to talk to my wife about this. I got to get a time because I want to do the interview with Eagle VP on Saturday. So I'm definitely trying to plan probably like a early afternoon here in the U.S., like at 2:00, which would probably be 7:00 your time, roughly, Steve.
Yeah, man.
So if he's good for that, I'd love to set up a session where I have him on and we chat.
Oh,
so
yeah, man.
That's probably going to be my real next time streaming.
Well, you are now in the Facebook stream chat thingy, aren't you?
Right.
Eagle VP's in there, mate. Please, if you're going to do a stream, just let me know. I'm not trying to get in on the stream, but let me know so I can watch it and be in for it.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. I'm not trying to muscle me way in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Good. Yeah, cool. Right,
well,
so...
nothing else.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Nothing else. If nothing else, you know how bad I am about keeping tabs on the chat. That's definitely one stream I wouldn't want freaking trolls coming in on. So.
I'll be in with that blue war hammer. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
ready to cave in the skulls of your enemies. You know?
There you go. Oh man, it's getting dark outside, and I don't have a light on in here. Hold on.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to round the stream off there. Thank you, Crags, for staying in for so long, mate. Crags, give it 1 minute, mate. I'm just going to round the stream up and I'll bring you in on this Skype chat, okay? Ross, once again, thank you for joining us at essentially 0 minutes notice. And thank you, Marc, for joining me on what is essentially just an improvised let's have a laugh and giggle stream.
Right.
So thank you, everybody. I'll catch you Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Stay safe. Have a great night. And, I might catch you over at Ken Aaron's in a minute. If you guys would stay on for a minute or two, I'll just have a little natter with you afterwards. And
okay.
Stay safe, everybody. I'll catch you soon, okay?
Take care.